Nasiera's eyes and her tongue, but they might not have noticeable serpent traits. So
I think that's the same for the purebloods, at least some of them. I know some
maybe,
of them get a
yeah.
little weirder.
Gotcha.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Good morning. We're just talking about random
Good
shit.
morning, Vietnam.
Or morning for some of us, I guess.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Good morning for me, yeah.
God, I love that movie.
It's a good movie. Yeah, how early is it for you, Eldon? Or Onver? Sorry, I didn't know.
It's 10:30.
30. Okay.
Yeah. So we finish at 1:30 in the afternoon for me.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I know some parts of Australia they can't even run games for because it's just too much of a difference.
Oh god, yeah, because I'm in the latest hemisphere of Australia. So if we went all the way far left, where I think the difference is 2.5 hours from me, we'd be starting at like 8:30, 6:30 when the time zones change.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I would still do.
Oh, well. I know some people were like very early in the morning when they tried to join, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, I did a 6 a.m. game once. I was there with LJ.
Oh God, don't remind me.
Yeah, you wiped out like an entire encounter before it started.
Yes, because fucking Cleric versus Undead is broken.
Well, it is one of the things they're strong against.
It's
The
not
in-
broken because you only get to do it so many times.
It was broken for a one-shot that only had a bunch of shades that were weak
Okay,
enough
that's
level to get. They were all weak enough level to be destroy undead, and they
Gotcha.
all failed except for one.
Yeah. I mean, I've played a lot of clerics, and I've only gotten to like use that like turn undead to great effect a handful of times. So it's very situational, but it is powerful.
Start of this campaign, I used it a lot because we were fighting all those damn witherlings.
Nathaniel, are you okay scribing today?
I can fake it.
All right.
Fake it till you make it.
Pretty much what I do most of the time.
Fake it till you post the journal.
Too.
All right. So, Onvir, I believe you were the previous scribe. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of the events of last week?
I can do that. So we began battle with the two strange golems that summoned snakes, and the snake statues in the room also began to fight. We cleared them up, but one of them pulled Eldwin into my high-level moonbeams. After taking them out, we started to search the coffins and found a Yuan-Ti pureblood corpse and a pearl of power. And Nathaniel gets knocked out while opening spell scrolls.
Right.
I forgot that happened until I read that.
Nice.
That were trapped. And continue. On, we open the door and see a large crystal. When we get close, a spirit appeared and asked why we were here. She sees Nasira and introduced herself, and they talk about the crystal, which shows 3 different types of magic: Cataclysm, Void, and an unknown third. We decide to bring in Mirren. Mirren down to look, and she sees all 3 was arcane. The third was arcane. She starts to look further, and her eyes start to glow, and that's when we ended.
All right. Thank you for the recap. So, it is the 44th of spring, 7:45 in the evening, current time. So Mirren was looking at these crystals. She would say, "I see her. I see Ellen. She's in some sort of mine area, it looks like. I don't recognize it." She says, "How is this possible?"
Maybe she's near one of the
Fucking
ley
magic.
Beava will say, it is most likely that she is reading a ley line. Sometimes the crystal can show those who have the gift if they are close to one of them.
Is there ever a chance that these ley lines are directional in some capacity?
Well, yes, I can actually see them coming off of the crystal and going in various directions, Mirren would say. If I study them long enough, I can follow them much easier through the underground. As a child, they had me following several ley lines near the Darok Empire borders. He says it's a developed skill, but I've gotten quite good at it. Beava would nod and say,
Would it take long?
Hmm?
Would it take long?
To follow a ley line? Well, I mean, it
Oh, sorry, I
depends.
thought you said you would have to study it a bit.
Yes, well, I generally would observe it, Mirren says, and the hardest part would be moving through cave areas where there weren't tunnels, though you could usually get around with enough exploring and figure out connecting caves to where the ley lines were going. She
Perhaps
says,
our ship would help with this.
"Oh
If
yes,
we had someone who knows how to pilot.
it definitely could." She says, "But for example, the ley line that is low on power, cataclysm energy, is going southwest of here," and she kind of traces her finger through the air, pointing down in this direction.
This I'm gonna say thing. This is talking to the game here. I forgot to ask you before the game started, but I have proficiency in land vehicles, and the ship is technically a land vehicle. Would I have proficiency with controlling the ship to at least some degree?
I don't know. It's much more complicated than a normal land vehicle. You probably would still have to do some research. I mean,
yeah,
I assume land vehicles are like chariots and stuff, things that are fairly simple because there aren't many complicated land vehicles in D&D, at least the non-magical ones.
Unless you're like a creature from the astral sea.
Oh yeah, it's a magical one.
Very you're correct.
Yeah, it was, we were talking about it before, and I pretty much said that's more than likely exactly what you were going to say.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, what do you all want to do? Beava would just think for a moment and say, well, you all seem to be fairly non-threatening. As long as you respect this place, I don't mind you coming in here and using the crystal if you wish to read it. It would be nice to have some company after all these years.
I was going to say, I think all of us are a bit beaten, if you wouldn't mind us just maybe resting in this safe little room here.
You mentioned that others might come, though.
Oh, that is very true. I forgot about our time limit.
We should
Are we
probably
able to
vacate.
reseal the store?
No, I don't think that's a good idea, because even if we reseal the door, that would mean we have to go past them to get back out.
I don't know how we can use it, but I do want to mention, as LJ points over to the giant border, we do have a border we can use.
True, we could try and... I think we try and seal this door for her anyway, but I don't think we stay here. I think we need to leave.
That was what I was.
Oh, sorry. I think I
Yeah.
misunderstood what you meant by that. I thought you meant seal the door to rest in here,
before-
and now I understand what you meant.
Gotcha. Before Mirren stops gazing into the crystal, I would ask, Mirren, are you able to observe the ley line that? What's the other girl's name?
Scarlet?
The one that she just
Ellen.
Ellen. You're able to see Ellen in the crystal, and she is following a ley line. Are you able to see from your vision in this crystal enough that you might be able to identify the same ley line so that we might follow it to her.
Says, I've never used a crystal like this. Let me see if I can figure something out. And she'll start concentrating. So while she's doing that, time is passing. Does anyone want to do anything, or just wait till she finishes this?
I would like to... Oh, go ahead. Someone else is speaking.
No, go ahead. No.
Mr. Spayaba, if I may ask one more favor of you, I feel some illness or some weakening of my abilities after facing your golems. Is this something with which you can aid me, or must I seek a cure elsewhere?
It says you have contracted a disease or a curse of some kind from them, I assume?
I believe so, yes. It slows my feet and it feels some small degree of weariness. I know not if it will grow, but at the moment it is minor.
It will grow, she says. You are in quite a bit of danger if you cannot shake it. I am not a healer. The Tomb Taint's curse must be removed if you are to survive, but I do not possess those magics. My apologies.
I understand. My thanks for your consideration.
As you say, I got you tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we kind of, or maybe we didn't. I feel like we might have.
I don't think
talking about
Onvi
that,
realized about this. I think I knew,
Yeah.
but I don't think Onvi knew.
Gotcha. I figured you'd get me eventually. I mean, it would take 93 days for me to die with this curse because it only
Yeah,
takes
but you
one.
would also, you say that, but it would be 93 days of you slowly
Oh.
losing maximum HP.
It
Right,
takes
right.
1d6 a day. It's
Oh,
not
1d6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it could be much fewer days, but still, I've got some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You said who was performing a ritual?
Yes. Well, she's kind of observing the crystal. Marin is trying to figure out what's happening.
Do we know how long? Do we know how long that would take?
She didn't say. She just said, "I need give me a moment," and she just started looking at the crystal very intently.
So, am I able to start attempting to attune the ring of jumping? But if she completes it before I do,
Well,
stop.
attuning isn't something that takes time. You just sort of do it as part of a rest. So you'd have to spend a short rest to change your attunements. You can attune to as many swap in attunements as much as you want, but yeah, you have to do it as part of a short rest.
Okay. If a short rest is interrupted by, let's say, her completing her ritual first, do I still keep that short rest token number thing?
Yeah, I mean, you don't spend the short rest until I say an hour has passed and give you the option.
Okay. Can I attempt a short rest then?
Yeah, so you're just letting time pass then.
Yes.
So do we really want to sit here for an hour, or try to sit here for an hour?
I was
we
going to
should
say, I think
allow
if this
Mirren
goes on
as
too
much
long.
time as she needs. Yeah.
Or what were you saying, Anvir?
I was going to say if it takes too long, maybe. Like, if it takes, like, longer than an hour, we probably should get the hell out.
Nathaniel would say something to the effect of, look, if we're going to spend time here, I think we should keep exploring and learning more. If
That's also true. We
Yeah.
could just shut the door and leave Mirren in here and explore a bit.
Did I make you a snake summon? I
You did,
okay.
but I
believe
can't.
you did.
I drug him out, but I can't control the token.
Okay.
It let me drag him out, and I can edit his name on the character sheet, but I can't actually move the token now that it's on the map.
Yeah, it probably just needs to be changed to Manasa. Because right now it's set to the Iron Iron Cobra token. Alright, try now.
Okay.
So yeah, LJ is going to attempt a short rest, but if it's broken for some reason, then
Oh,
Yeah, I still can't select and move him.
that's because I didn't save it. Wah, wah. Alright.
nice one.
Well, So do we want to explore or
Alright.
do we want to attempt a short rest? I think
One more
that's what
time.
we're trying to figure out.
Let's. I'm fine with exploring, but I think we should do what we can to close this room if we are going to
Oh yeah,
leave Mir
definitely.
invulnerable here. Thank you, Lua. I've got it now.
Okay.
Oh, he has a decent number of hit points. As pets and summons and stuff go.
Well, just remember, if he dies, he might be in trouble.
I might be in trouble.
Well, if he breaks, then yeah, you have to repair him somehow. He doesn't
Okay.
just come back like a normal pet.
LJ would mention, we are taking a short rest here. If we are, anyway, we can barricade the door that is not, that is broken with the boulder, and with the one that is not, Eldrin, I think you might be able to do something with it. I believe you are a lockpicking genius, master, whatever you want to call it. Pro. Yeah, pro. Let's go with that.
I can try and see if I can relock the door.
Alright.
So we want to try and short rest. Is that everyone's okay with that, or at least seeing how long Mirren takes?
Oh, I mean, I thought people were saying they wanted to explore, so we were gonna just.
Nathaniel
try and-
was saying he wanted to explore,
Nathaniel,
but I don't
yeah.
know if anyone else is.
Yeah,
Ah.
I support that as long as Mirren is okay with that.
She says,
It's not so much a
Go ahead.
support exploring. It's again, you guys were, and again, I'm fine with it, but like the momentum was moving towards let's get out of here, and either I think we need to make that choice of like, are we staying and exploring, or are we getting out of here?
I think that we did not anticipate finding this crystal, and I think it is important to give Mirren some time to.
Yeah, I think we want to
commune
figure
with
out what
it.
happened.
But so obviously we have to stay until she's able to attempt to locate Ellen. So if we're going to wait around while she does that, I would vote let's try and seal this door and do a little more exploring and come back in the next half hour to an hour and see if she's ready to go then.
Well, the thing is, if we get into combat, I'm not at my fighting shape, and I don't think most of you are, but a rest would definitely help.
Yeah, you can see
Especially
Nathaniel
at
is
Nathaniel.
not looking great.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, I think what we do is, Eldrin, I think you said we walk that door over there, and I move the boulder to the broken down door that I smashed to pieces.
Well, but my point is, like, staying here for an hour to rest is just going to increase the likelihood that we get caught here.
There,
And yeah,
we can still make up any bullshit excuse.
Nathaniel would explain that it's not that easy when you're caught in such a bold flip-faced lie.
Especially considering they already know that we've been asking questions about this
Yeah.
place. To be here before they got here, it's real sus.
Yeah, that this is not a talk your way out of it situation. This is a
This isn't. Oh, yeah.
we
some
either
ran-
need to get out of here now, or we need to decide to, like, and Nathaniel would actually start to suggest that, okay, if you want to boulder something up, let's go boulder up the main entrance and see if we can take our time here and make the decision to stay here for a while.
The problem still is that if we boulder up the entrance, we eventually have to go back out there.
Yeah, but then theoretically we won't have any concerns about what is left in here. Whereas I'd rather, if we're going to leave this area, I would like to leave it under the impression that it's unknown who's explored it thus far.
It is still extremely dangerous, I will note, because there is still a bunch of these iron serpents, and there is still that white thing that she says she has no idea what it is, and apparently killed a bunch of people.
Okay, so I do think we need three on the plan. Raise your hand if you are moving the boat. Well, I'm moving the boat. If you want to move the boat to the entrance.
For me, it's much simpler. Are we staying or are we going?
I think we want to stay long enough for Miran to do whatever the hell he's doing. That's the problem. We don't know how long that's going to take.
She says, I'm guessing it'll take maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh,
All right.
As she hears you
maybe
all
we
talking.
just-
You do
Maybe
your
we
thing.
just
We'll
sit
try to
here.
stop. We'll try to stop disturbing you.
All right.
Do
So,
we want to just sit around for 10-15 minutes then? And just base it off what happens then?
Might as well. I'm already doing it.
That work for you, Nathaniel?
It's fine. Is there anything that needs to be identified?
I think we got everything.
Let's see.
let's check the.
We have 2 stone bracelets identified later. We have a potion, 2 potions. We have a ancient elven spear unidentified and ancient elven crossbow bolts unidentified.
Give me one. Give
Well, did we want to cast Detect Magic maybe quickly to eliminate some of those things? Because I don't think we know if the spear or the arrows are even magical. They're just ancient elven.
Oh, sorry.
Next one, sir. I'm assuming I can take stuff out of the bag and put stuff in without having the short rest. DM.
yeah, no, that's fine.
I
I
will
think
take.
we
Although remember, casting spells during a rest is disruptive. So
but
you,
we're not going to take a short rest. It's
yeah.
10-15 minutes or we're done.
LJ's still taking a short rest just in case for some reason it goes longer. But he would take out this damn near everything of the bag holding, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 items, and put them on the ground.
So what game are these items from?
Session 78, 80, and 79.
All right. What's from 78?
The only 2 things that I have listed would be the ancient crossbow bolts, ancient elven crossbow bolts, and the ancient elven spear.
These are things we
Okay.
got off the Warforged or whatever the golem.
No,
things,
the
aren't
spear
they?
we found was literally found inside the
In a guy.
It was
Right,
literally found
So-
on the corpse in the front stairs.
I don't have
Right,
any magical items on my notes from 78, so those are probably common. They're just old weaponry. You said someone was casting Detect Magic on them?
Yeah, I would have cast.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if
I'll probably tell you that those don't look magical, so you probably could save your spell. I think I remember kind of saying that when you found them. They just look like really old weapons.
Yeah, we thought they looked
Probably.
old and ornate and valuable. I think we only put them in our bags for the
Value.
sake of possibly selling them. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think the potions we can't actually cast Identify on. We need someone with alchemy or some bullcrap.
No, you can identify potions. Alchemy is an alternate way of doing it.
I don't
Okay.
think-
So
Identify a potion.
Nasira does.
yeah, I know what the potions do.
Yeah, give one to Eldwin, give one to me, and we'll be casting Identify.
How many potions were there?
Well,
There were
there's
2 potions.
2,
Now,
but Nasira said she had alchemy, so
Oh, does she?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
In that case, I can
I was gonna say maybe
identify one of
Nathaniel
the
doesn't.
bracelets.
So the bracelets are not magical, you don't think?
Or at least
they
not
just
to a
look-
degree where we can use them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
think,
well-
yeah, at least not the ones you got off of off the golems. The only pair that is the one that was infused by Beava and given to Sisira.
Yeah, Nasira is wearing 2 serpent cuffs on each of her forearms now after Beava gave them to her. But like the 2 that we collected right after the fight are the ones I think that you had
Oh well.
listed to identify.
Just
Yeah.
maybe sell them as
Yeah.
antiques.
Probably. We have a snake, golden statuette, old empire gold coins, Nabat.
So
That was that weapon, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
a holy symbol of sets.
Yeah, I don't think any of those things were actually
Yeah.
magical.
I don't think any of that's magic.
Probably not, but they are in bag clothing.
Okay, well,
so
we should put notes on those as to what needs to be identified versus what
Well, we
doesn't.
only
Here.
have time for 1 identify per person that's identifying. So that's like if I'm doing one of the potions, then you've got Eldwin and Nathaniel to do.
So if
The
you appraise the bracelet, you're guessing they're about 20 GP each. What else did you have? The weapons they were using?
Yeah, Nabat.
Those are probably not going to be worth much more than the staff. Possibly to a collector. Those might be worth some
Sell them
more.
to Ellis.
Here. Let me figure out what those were.
And then there was the spear as well.
And we have a holy symbol of sets. And the old empire gold coins. Well, now we know what they are.
Okay, so the only thing you have to identify are the potions. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
sounds like
Nasira
it, yeah.
and one someone else.
If you appraise the staffs, it'll probably be worth about 30.
That's not too bad.
Alright, so if you're doing your identifies on the 2 potions, 10 minutes would pass, and they are both greater healing potions.
Ooh.
So who's taking those?
Probably want to give one to the tank and one to the back one.
I'm after some of our fights earlier. I'm very low on potions.
Take one.
And
Oh,
around this time, Mirren will say, I think I understand. I think she is watching the same ley lines we were, the one that is weak in cataclysm energy. I wonder if the Darok forces are using her to try to follow it. Maybe they know.
I suggest we leave this place before the others arrive and attempt to locate Ellen. Perhaps using our ship.
So
Well,
as
no,
you
we still need
are
to study how to use the ship.
as you
Yeah.
are talking, you would hear a strange sound coming from the hallway.
Oh no, I
Sounds
think it's the
almost
way-
like crackling energy.
Oh?
I think we're
Perhaps
about
we
to find
should
out what this white.
Step inside and close the store.
I think that would be a good idea. Could I, I know Eldwin can lock it, but could I just stand across the door with my 20 string and just hold it down?
Probably. Don't see
I mean,
why
you
not.
could, it would just be opposed strength, I guess. It would be the same as like interposing.
Alright, so you close up the door.
Is it one big door or a double door, like 2 doors?
It's double door.
Oh, so there's another door.
I will
Uh,
just try to put myself in the middle.
Groans a bunch as you close it, and I'm assuming you're trying to stealth in here, trying to keep quiet.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good thing.
Alright, give me stealth checks.
I forget. Would it be before or after? Can I
Oh,
add a ambush roll to it?
a what?
It would click ambush. Quick. Well, read the ambush, I guess.
Yeah.
It would be. Yeah.
Oh,
think
using your dice? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can use it before.
Yeah,
or
when
after.
you make it. So I
Okay,
think you would
yeah.
roll it as you would say, I'm doing this, and then do it.
Well, I did say it. 20.
Ooh, good thing too.
Yeah, because the nat 20 just the Christmas tree rolls just hurt more.
Before we started stealthing, I would also just quickly reach out to LJ and give him my vigilant blessing.
I think you already did, but yeah, thanks.
Just to reiterate, to make sure it's definitely there.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you close the door, you would hear the crackling get louder, as if whatever it is approaching the room.
LJ would do like hand symbols to get back.
Way ahead of you.
I'm not even talking to Eldrin, who is still right next to me.
All right.
LJ would try to hold the door shut without making noise.
Yeah. So you're holding your yourself against the door.
Yes.
You would hear the crackling outside now, pretty loud. And
Does
it
it
would.
sound like it's still in the hallway or like it's in the burial chamber room?
You think it's in the room?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
God.
oh no.
A moment later, the
What is
noise
that?
would cease.
Just did it sound like it went from low? From high to low, or just completely disappeared?
It just
like
it just dissipated.
Is there any light from? Was there any light on the coming out from under the door or anything?
Oh!
I need initiative rolls.
Oh God.
So
I'll find out.
as you're all kind of standing there, what looks like a pure energy creature kind of phases
Ooh.
through the wall.
Oh wait, I have advantage, and it didn't help. What the fuck?
That thing
What
looks
the
sick.
fuck is that thing?
Oh my God, that was awesome.
So yeah,
Oh,
mana crackles from this creature as it comes through the wall. It does not look happy to see you.
that was like something out of anime. I'm not gonna lie.
Is the turn order up? I'm not seeing it.
It's
not up yet.
no.
It's probably
It's not.
not up yet.
Oh, so
Just check.
thanks for that advantage. That totally helped.
It did not, but you're welcome anyway.
What do you think?
Oh.
Totally.
What is
It wasn't
going
up.
on?
Does that mean we get to re-roll?
Uh,
Get to as I roll the natural one.
maybe, because I don't know if it's working.
Oh.
Let me try rolling again. Let me try to reset the APIs. One moment. Which is weird
Oh.
because it popped up in the thing.
The advantage may help me. If we got to re-roll.
Alright, restarting this.
Eldwin and I don't want to reroll.
Well, I'd say like I'm
Neither do I. I got
Oh,
a
on
19.
here. Yeah. I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I said that tongue in cheek. I don't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an advantage anyway, so hopefully that's still well.
You have advantage, and I have advantage.
Let me see if it's working now.
Well, I actually rolled a 23 first, but I was talking to
Oh,
myself.
Looks
Like I
like
was whispering to myself. So I was like,
everyone
and then I
popped
rolled a
in there,
19.
so I think it did save your initiatives because I now see you all in there.
I
do not.
don't.
Oh.
I don't see anything in the turn order.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
it's blank for us.
Let me try. Well, we might have to re-roll then. Let me try clearing it.
Oh.
Oh, I saw it as
It's
it
off for a
cleared.
split second.
Yeah, it appeared for
Well,
a moment. As,
Let's re-roll. It should work now.
okay.
I still got decent.
Oh
I
gosh
think
darn
that-
it!
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
wait. I still have my advantage turned on. Let me turn that off.
so
nice.
I go back.
So I
to
rolled
17.
a 7. Yeah, so it would have been a 21.18 anyway, but like the 1 was the second roll. But I should turn that off.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
it was probably from when I gave you the blessing last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me check something.
And I went back to my 17. Thank you, advantage.
Alright. Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
So does anyone beat a 19 in
That was
Me.
stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone's passive beat a 19?
Oh, fuck
23,
How
no.
do we
baby.
determine our
On to
passive?
10.
It's just 10,
10
plus
plus.
your, yeah.
Okay, no.
So
So,
just me.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
18.
Yes.
so unfortunately, Anvir, you're the only one to hear it just as it's popping through the wall. So the rest of you would be surprised.
Oh, wait, perception. Okay, gotcha. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about stealth.
So Nasira, you would be surprised right now as this thing just kind of pops in here suddenly. LJ, surprised. Anvir, what are you gonna do? You act
Take
normal.
I'm gonna take the disengage action.
Oh God, what is that?
Here.
All right, so you take the disengage, quickly moving away.
And I would chuck a. For the fun of it, we'll do a 4th level spiritual weapon on him.
Wow.
Wow.
17 to hit.
Yes, 17 would strike it.
Oh god, I thought he had a high AC.
So he is struck for
14.
14 force damage. Okay. The energy shimmers, looking towards you with malice intent. Anything else?
I'm just trying to get my spiritual weapon token to work, but no, that's it, other than screaming, down there, down there!
Alright, Mark, yeah, so that is it for you.
As we all
You got
line up for something that has crackling energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. I still had some move.
So-
I'll actually go to here instead of where I was, because I'm scared
no.
of lightning bolts.
Oh, now we're lined up.
Yeah.
It's better than 3 people lined up.
Yeah,
But
that's
depending
true.
on where he is, it's
So,
still 3 people lined up.
Nathaniel, unfortunately, you were looking to the door and caught a little off guard as it came through the southern wall.
Just see Omnia run up in front of you, and you're like,
What? Oh, God. Alright, the golem, for its turn, is
Sorry,
going
Nasira.
to look kind of annoyed over at Anvir as its hands start to glow,
Oh no.
and it's going
no.
to use its multi-attack.
uh-oh.
Oh
Is
god.
Nasira giving me cover?
Let's see. Or wait. Oh, never mind. This is for slam. So it's going to fire a bolt of energy at you. Which I think it only gets
yeah.
one, actually. Ooh, 22?
Who is
Yeah,
it
that hits.
targeting?
At least it's not the
Oh.
nat.
So you are blasted for 15 force damage. It is then going to move up this way, ending its turn here. Eldwin is surprised. New round, Nasira.
Oh wait,
I
I had
will.
10 HP. I shouldn't have taken that much.
Yeah, so you take your temp first.
I will follow him up this way, step in front of him, and start swinging.
Okay. Uh, 23 would strike. Now, are your fists considered magical?
Yes.
Alright, so unfortunately you only do 3 points of damage to him.
Oh.
As he seems to
Even
resist your magical fists.
Oh.
Okay.
shit.
Seeing that, I will. Shoot.
Oh.
Does Barrett have any daggers or simple weapons on his belt that I could easily grab? I'm sorry, not Barrett. LJ.
Fuck no. No.
Okay. You just have your big stuff like on your back and
Yeah.
okay. All right. Dang it. Do I have to punch magically? Can I choose for my fists to just be
I think they just count as magical. I don't think you could turn that
Alright.
off.
All right, then I will.
It says, actually, the exact wording of the ability is, they are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances.
Mhm.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
So does that
Um,
affect it? Because it purely says for overcoming resistances.
I'm pretty sure they do count as magical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was worth a shot because of
yeah,
the
no,
wording.
you're fine. You're fine. The only thing I have that's non-magical is ranged, so that doesn't do me much good right here. I do push him 10 feet from that blow, and then
Wow.
Oh, so now he's ranged. So for my second attack, can I do boomerang?
Yeah, sure. You pull
I'll
that
the
out as
boomerang
a
out of my.
yeah.
I'll pull it out of. It's tucked into my OB at the small of my back. I'll pull it out and. I mean, it's not magical. It's
You
just
also
a
just
point.
knocked him back into my spiritual weapon.
I wish that did more than it probably does.
Yeah, 17 would strike.
All right, and then
So he takes 9, and your boomerang, I believe, falls to the floor there.
that's correct.
Alright, anything else?
Now, well, let me just. I've never done one unarmed strike and one weapon attack as my attack before, so help me understand. Okay, that doesn't have to be an unarmed strike. So I will spend a key point to use flurry of blows, and it has to be unarmed strike, so I have to use my fists.
Yeah.
Couldn't you use the boomerang?
Well, at this
twice
point-
and then use two on one?
No, I'd have to pick it back up.
No. Yeah, it's
Okay.
weird.
So
Yeah.
then let me use my bonus action to drop the armbands that I've just donned and summon 2 snakes.
Alright, so go ahead and place the
Yeah.
snakes and roll their
Well,
initiatives.
I don't think I have tokens for the little poisonous snakes.
Oh.
Quick point of order. When does your golem go?
We haven't actually discussed that yet, so I have her over there pretending she's one of the inanimate ones because I don't want her to get killed the first time I have a chance. The snakes come back after a week if they die, but the golem, the iron cobra, I don't know yet.
Alright, so here, I'll make a quick copy of the poisonous snakes for you.
Thank you. And whoever's next can go ahead and I'll place them as he's done with
Alright,
the token.
LJ, what are you gonna do?
Full
Do
of
I roll
mana.
Do I roll initiative for the little guys or do they go after me?
You would roll initiative once I
Okay.
get them out.
Notice
Alright,
me
yeah.
and LJ have the exact same initiative.
Oh, and I would,
Oh,
let's see,
oh,
I moved
oh.
5, 10, 15. I would move back forward again.
Yeah, what do we do with
yeah.
that since...
I mean, it's ordered in a way, so I think it's fine. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I think it's go by name now.
It doesn't actually matter. Just go.
Okay, so, LJ thinking that it's probably better to just deal damage than get a non-magical weapon. So, what LJ would do, very simple. He will walk to Nasira and say, you mind switching?
No, this time I do not.
Okay, then he will change his plan. What
No, I
goes
think
on
I think she's saying this time I don't mind switching because
Yeah,
last
no,
time she
I,
was kind
you
of
asked
annoyed
if
about
I
it.
mind. You asked if I mind, and I said no, I do not.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay,
Alright, you should have your snakes now.
Thank you.
So, LJ would simply bait switch, give himself the AC, plus it, so 28 AC.
Okay.
That would be it. I think that's. Oh no, it's just movements. Okay. So, do, and he would go right up with another 5 feet and attack twice. This guy.
Alright, so you come up with your sword, slashing at him. 13 will miss, unfortunately, as he
What about
sidesteps.
15? Because he is technically flanking the snake.
Oh yeah.
She actually would have had to put the snakes adjacent to her. doesn't work
Oh,
like
okay.
that, so they would have been here.
So they'll move on their turn. Okay. And the initiative buttons aren't
Okay.
working. But
Okay,
I'll,
with that then, could I move down here then?
28 would hit though with that attack.
Since I saw a movement, can I move down here and get flanked?
That
Or-
wouldn't give you flank, but yes, you can move there.
Okay, I will move there, but I will attack. 14.
All right, so you do 7 points of damage, as again your
Fuck.
sword seems to not be doing as much.
Okay.
All right, so that it for you?
I'm gonna need some more health since I'm a tank. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can move back here with 30 feet of movement, right?
What? I don't know. I wasn't tracking your movement. It looked like you did a bunch of diagonal moves there, so I doubt it. Because every second diagonal would be extra movement. Anvir,
So,
what are you going to do?
but yeah, LJ would also second wind.
Yeah, you're at 25 just to get to where you are, dude.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, second winds.
Does this thing look like it is native to this plane? I know it's called a golem, but I don't know.
It just looks like a cloud of energy, really.
Is there a check I could do to tell if it would be a native of this plane, or if it's actually plane?
Arcana would give you more information on a golem.
If I'm untrained, is that okay still?
Yeah, you're just much less likely to know specifics like that. You probably just know its name.
And what's the action economy like on that?
It's a bonus action.
I won't do that then. I'll bonus action do spiritual weapon.
Alright, so the spiritual weapon is going to fly at the creature from behind. 17 will strike. Disrupting it again. Okay. And damage, please.
Yeah, sorry, it was just being weird.
Alright, 14 force. Okay, anything else?
And for my action... Oh lordy, what am I gonna do?
You got 30 seconds. I'm going to try to
know
start
what?
enforcing the time, by the way.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fair.
fun.
You know what? This thing doesn't seem like a fun time, so I'll use my action for Channel Divinity.
Alright, so you channel divine energy.
And that will be my turn.
Alright.
I'll start setting all that up.
Nathaniel.
Could you restart the turn order, please? And the snake with the 19 initiative would move down here next to the guy and take a bite, and then go ahead, Nathaniel.
I'll jump to your snakes after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do things. I mean, if that needs to happen first, that's fine. I just want to make sure. Right
Before Anvir, but yeah, I didn't want to interrupt Anvir in the middle of his turn.
Now we can go Nathaniel, and I'll jump to the snakes. It should correct itself next round.
Alrighty, I'll take a couple steps over here, and I will go ahead and beat on my drums a little bit and say, well, crackling is all nice and good, but it's not very effective. You're kind of annoying. Sorry, that was a terrible thing. It's a D10 of insultingness,
Would it be a D10?
D10?
right? Oh, sorry, did I?
What's this for?
Dissident or vicious mockery?
No,
No.
not vicious mockery.
Dissident. Is it the dissident one?
Oh, is it that unsettling word?
Unsettling words. Yeah, I thought it was
Unsettling words. Okay.
Yeah, it's a D10. 'Cause I'm part
Okay.
of inspiration and
I
D10.
thought you were using
Yeah.
So it
Vicious
is
mockery at
affected. Well, I mean, usually if you just link it first, but
Yeah,
it is affected
It's not a
by. That's fine. It seems to be affected by your unsettling words, which is a bonus action, right?
Yep, that's a bonus action. And then for my main action, I say don't go anywhere and we cast Hold Monster.
Nice.
Okay. So the energy would crackle and hit the creature, but it does not seem to affect it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is immune to paralyze, apparently.
Damn.
What the
Anything
fuck?
else?
No.
Alright, so your turn would end. Snake.
The snake with 19 initiative would go around the bottom here and over to the east side and take a bite, or attempt to take a bite.
Alright, so it kind of goes around, then lunges at the creature. Yeah, 24 is going to strike it. I'll
That's
be
all.
really surprised if this thing is not immune to poison.
Right.
Okay, yeah, it is immune to poison. So
Alright,
it
the
would
other-
take 5 points of damage.
The other snake is on 12 initiative, so he'll be after.
Alright,
Oh.
well, go, or yeah, so Nathaniel, go ahead, you can have your other snake go.
All right. Well, I guess I'll give LJ the flank and then another bite.
Alright, so this one crawls up lunging, but no, it will dodge.
11 probably, yeah, misses. That's
Alright. The golem is now surrounded. What's it gonna do?
Oh. I don't think I could have given it technically to the first one, because technically it acted after Nasira. But that depends on you. But can I give the snakes temp HP?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I love it.
So
Can I give it to both, or just the one that technically would?
the one that was after you would get
Second
it.
one, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Fair enough. You can only ask.
So you have your magic affecting you right now, or your extra AC, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the golem is going to go for the snakes.
I will.
I also just realized I don't
Is
have
it-
an annual name, so yours is 15, but as well, Nathaniel.
Is
you.
it a melee attack?
Yes, it's going to punch at one of the snakes.
Sentinel.
All right, so you spend your reaction and swing at it. Yeah, 22 will land, cutting it, doing 7 points of damage. And now it will punch the snake.
Which
Which
one?
This one first. Or actually, no, it'll go for the one flanking it first.
Damn it!
Oh,
Well,
I
that's
think it
the one
missed.
that's got the temp, so it might survive.
No, it's not.
Yes, the
If you
second
hover-
one to go. The second
if
one to
you
go.
hover-
Was this one.
If you hover over it, it shows you which one it is. And 19 is.
Well, the one that then I moved them in the wrong order, but the one I moved second is the one that.
All right, well,
So-
he is punched for 20 force damage.
Okay, so he's still alive, but barely.
This one?
Nice.
Yeah, because that's the one that got the temp HP. I just had the tokens in the wrong place, and Anvir just pointed out that I had put the tokens in the wrong place based on the turn order.
Alright.
So this one had the 15 temp.
Bottom of the round, Eldwin. What are you going to do?
Alright. Bonus action, I'm going to activate Blade Song.
All right.
And for my action, I'm going to cast. Man, a lot. This thing is unfortunately very good against magic users. Yeah, I'll cast Haste on myself.
All right. So the magic affects you, and you start moving much quicker.
Oh, by the way, need to. And gotta put them concentrating. There we go. Now with my stupid amount of movement, I'm going to run up here.
All right. So you rush up to the flank.
And I will take my hasted stab on the golem.
Oh, so I guess you stumble a bit, completely missing.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Like when the Flash first gets his powers and he just keeps overshooting
Yes.
everything.
I guess attack bonus. Yep, that's everything.
All right, top of the round, Nasira. The golem seems like it's about to punch your snake again.
Yeah. Let's try. I know that he. Shoot. Okay. All right. I guess I'm just gonna run in and start swinging again. I know I can't do much damage, but I don't have a lot of other options. So,
What god, this thing's been started.
All right.
yeah, this guy.
27 will strike with the first punch, doing 3 points.
I'm not gonna push him. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that again. And then I'll
Right,
swing
stun
again.
him.
Oh yeah, I could try that.
18 will strike him again.
It's not likely to work, but who the fuck
Yeah.
knows?
Let's give it a try. I'll use a key point for a stunning strike.
All right, so you attempt a stun, which I think is a con save, right?
It's
Yes.
con DC 16 is what it says. Yeah.
All right, so now he would fail and become stunned.
Oh, perfect.
It actually
In that
can
case,
work.
in that
What is that?
case,
Advantage?
Yep.
in that case,
Yep.
I will bend. All right, let me just do something real quick here. All right, let's see if he is resistant to necrotic. I will spend another key to do Hand of Harm as a follow-up to my last blow there that just hit. And then I will... So there's another key, and then there's the Hand of Harm. I'm not going to do Physician's Touch, though, because that's poison.
All right, so
I mean,
he
it's
would
poison
take
thing,
4 points as he seems to
Okay,
resist
so
the
half on that as
necrotic.
well. All right, and
You're
then
not resistant to Jesus.
All right, yeah, anything else?
Stunning Strike was not a bonus action, so I still have my bonus action. So I will do another key and Flurry of Blows and 2 more strikes. And then
Fucking key points.
Okay, so you take
action
out, though.
surge and multiple
Yeah.
attacks.
14 will strike it,
Oh, it will. Okay,
and then 23
Okay.
strikes it again.
nice.
For 5 and 3, so 8 points, and that will wound it.
Oh, good. Okay, that's all I got.
All right, so your snake goes.
Just bite.
Lunges
Little bit
at
at
the
a time.
creature biting.
Can't wait to find out that this thing just explodes when
Oh.
it dies.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
that will crit it, doing 8 points of or 11 points of
11,
damage.
yeah. Yep.
The one
that's it.
creature here that's actually doing full damage.
All right,
Well,
LJ.
poison. He's not really doing full damage. He would
For
be
the poison,
yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah.
LJ would step over here to give Nasira fight and attack twice.
All right, lunging with the sword, 27 will strike it, doing
5.
5 points on the first. Yeah.
Ooh, 28.
And yeah, 28 strikes it with the second for another
5.
5. All right. So that's it for you, LJ.
Yes.
Onveer.
bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay. So it is stunned, giving you advantage. 25 will strike it.
Ooh, bad roll.
Fucking Sunstrike OP, man.
Double
So
twos.
it takes 8 points of damage. Got it. Nathaniel. Or wait.
Well, that was just my bonus.
Yeah, what else are you doing?
Based on what this thing looks like, I imagine it's probably going to be resistant to this, but I'll Sacred Flame since it's automatically going to fail due to being stunned.
Alright, so you throw Radiant Energy at it.
Let me guess, it's immune.
And yeah, it takes 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Oh, it's resistant.
But that does put it to near death.
Oh,
Hey, I did a thing.
Nathaniel.
Sunstrike OP.
I am going to move a little bit up here further, and seeing that it's been damaged, that it's stunned, I'm not going to blow a lot else on it. And I am going to just viciously mock it.
Yeah, mother. Alright.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, I've been paying attention. He has not made a save, so would it still apply, my insulting stuff? Because as I read through it, it's the next save.
Yes. So, yeah. He, he did technically make a, he would have automatically failed his dex save. So that was technically a saving throw when he threw the
I guess
radiant
that-
energy.
Okay.
I guess it depends on the wording. Is it when they roll or when they make?
I believe it's when they make it.
It's yeah.
But
I don't rules lawyer like that.
all right, so wisdom save. No, it would fail. So it takes 2 points of psychic damage, as it seems to be resistant to that too, and it has a disadvantage on its next attack.
Yep, and that's my turn. I'm saving my other stuff.
All right, the poisonous snake.
Okay, so it will just bite as well.
All right, it lunges, hissing. 24 will strike the cloud of mana, doing another 7 piercing. All right, the golem is stunned for its turn. Eldwin.
Alright. Gonna take 3 stabs at this. First one is going to be Booming Blade. If that does on anything.
All right. 23 will strike it, doing 6 points of damage. Second one, as you stab again, is going to strike as well, doing another 6, and it will crumble.
Good thing.
All right. So the battle is ended. What do you want to do?
Was that the white creature that we're talking about? If so, that was stupidly weak.
I wouldn't say it was weak. I would say we were lucky.
I think they just. I think we are just very strong and are amazing compared to a bunch of archaeologists.
So
Well, if you
you
consider strategy tactics, the thing to remember about these encounters is it's about a overall management of resources related to the number of events that you might encounter in an
Nathaniel?
exploration of a.
Bayava kind of laughs as she reappears. She says, "No, that was not the white golem. That was one of its minions."
Oh.
Oh, even better.
But
So does
yes,
this mean
destroying
the
this
golem-
one means it's down one of its guardians.
Not bad.
I'm just gonna quickly do the rest of my Twilight HPs. I forgot to do the timer,
Bayava.
but I know how many everyone had.
It was
Mistress
round-
Bayava. Sorry.
Yeah, it was round 3.
Yeah.
Mistress Bayava. Do you know, do I dismiss these snakes or will they stay with me for a time?
She says you can recall them to your bracelets.
Wonderful. How very pleasant to have companions.
All right. So
I rolled an X. That one's for LJ because it hadn't been his term yet, so he had 1 extra die than everyone else.
What'd you get me?
So that'd be a 16 temp.
I thought your max temp was 14. What the fuck?
No, it's
I'm
my
just stupid
level.
then.
It's my cleric level plus a d6.
I'm just stupid then.
so what do you all want to do now? things are quiet again.
This is me. This is Eldwin. So you got a 16 as well, Eldwin. LJ. No, not LJ. Nathaniel, 16. Nasira. Oh shit, only a 14.
I already had 16. Thank you, though.
Okay, cool. You dismiss the snakes, so they don't matter anymore.
No, actually, I'm going to keep them out because they have more HP right now than they would otherwise because of the town. But one of them already had 16, so.
Okay, so there's just one. So both
Yeah.
snakes are still out. Okay, so I'll just roll for that last snake who got a
Thank
15.
you.
Okay, that's better than
Mirren.
I'm assuming Mirren went and hid in the corner and stayed out of it.
Yeah,
Probably.
she
That's
backed
what we've
away.
told her to do, yeah.
But yeah, what do you want to do?
Oh yeah, your golem's just chilling there, but could I have been giving him temp HP?
Oh, yeah. Can he? Can he?
You asking
honestly-
me? Yeah, you can.
Lou and I hadn't talked about how I control the golem yet, and that's why I left him out of that fight.
So you got a full 16 because
Thank you.
You would just give it commands. It would have its own.
But is it a
HP.
bonus action or anything like that?
No, it would just do its thing. It's not
Okay.
part
so
of your
kind of
action
like my
economy.
celestial, where it's just kind of like after it's there, it's just like yeah, I just tell him what to do.
All right. I'm going to
Is that
tell him
Romty
now.
also the same way?
No, Romty
Uh,
takes.
No, she has her own initiative, or had her own initiative.
I'm probably thinking of someone else.
You probably Hassan. Well, no, Hassan
Yeah.
took a bonus action, so yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will give Manasa the command that she should defend Mirren first if we can have another encounter, and then defend the others of our company here.
All right, the snake would just hiss and kind of go over to Mirren. What do you want to do?
Do you think we made enough noise to attract anyone who has come to this place since we have entered?
Bobby. Especially with that last battle. I don't think you realize, but tracking energy.
Does anyone have? Oh, I'll pick up my boomerang. Does anyone have a dagger or another simple non-magic weapon that I might carry?
So I'm looking in the notes I have for our bag of holding and info. Apparently there's a short sword, a non-magical short sword, but it's
I'll take
on
that.
the ship.
Oh, it's on the ship. No, never mind then.
The hand crossbow, engraved masterwork short sword with the initials of ER.
Is that magical?
I don't know. Is masterwork?
Masterwork is not magical, right? Lou?
No, masterwork weapons aren't technically magical.
And
It
you
does-
say it has the initials ER. Is this a former PC's weapon or is this a story
Uh,
item?
I'm not sure. This was here before on that side.
All right, well, I'll take that. I'm going to carry that short sword. We'll put it back in the bag.
still
later.
It's
on
just
the
the
ship.
sword we had found.
Oh, well, then stop reading me stuff that's on the ship.
No. It's fun
Does
to do.
anyone have a non-magical simple weapon or a short sword on their person or
Me
in the
check my inventory.
Myself
that,
magical.
that
No.
is not like one that you would be using in a combat? Yeah.
How are you with a spear?
Honestly, it's.
Oh yeah, we
it's a
have that. We
natural
have that
creature.
ancient open spear.
Yeah, give me
Oh.
that. Give me that. Give me the spear.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second. LJ reaches in the bag, pulls out the ancient elven spear. Here, I don't know what it does. I don't know what damage it does. I know it's not magical. So here, have fun with it.
She takes it.
It would just have the normal spear stats.
That's fine.
That D6.
I just
versus D8
want
or something.
options. I just
Yeah,
want
it's
options.
D6. All right,
Okay.
so you give out some equipment to each other.
I think we can say this place is dangerous enough that the architects will have troubles searching this place if we leave.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, except for the parts that we have already cleared. They will
True.
get quite deep, I think, at this point before encountering obstacles.
Can we
Uh,
gather that essence, by the way?
Oh,
Yeah, if you want to golem or gather the golem essence, it would be Arcana.
who fucking has Arcana? Eldon.
Nathaniel and
I
Eldon?
think
As usual, up to
Oh.
2 of you could do that.
And you wanna do
LJ
it-
would slowly open the door.
All right, the room seems empty. No more sounds of crackling as far as
I
you can
don't
tell.
like how you say seems empty.
Sorry.
I'm looking out the door.
Do you wanna
It's definitely empty.
go through the essence with me, Nathaniel? Since we're both exhausted.
Sure. I mean, are we going or are we doing essence?
I'll guide.
Well, the
I'll
essence
guide
will
it.
take you a minute to gather. Not
I'll
very
guide you,
long.
Eldrin.
Oh, I just realized
Alright.
something. Hold on a second. No, we're good. Don't worry. I just remembered I was still concentrating on. I don't know where the mark went, but I was concentrating on
Oh.
its ability
18.
still.
I'm sorry, still?
An hour.
I
So,
haven't stopped yet.
are you
there-
exhausted, Eldwin? Looks like it.
Yeah, that's 18.
Is there
So,
a token for
18.
on my end?
I just need
Someone
to-
help you, or or am I using the 18? Is someone
I
else
think
rolling?
Nathaniel was going to help,
Oh,
but
are
he's
we to
also got
that?
disadvantage.
There's so much going on. I'm having a hard time following what we're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot
Collecting
of
the
talking.
essence. Sorry.
But 18, all right. So you do gather some of the essence, which would be
How much should I write down?
it is.
Stay on 8.
That's what you get.
That's
What's
pretty
user-
decent CR.
And what session is this? 81?
Yeah.
Damn, we're getting up there.
Although
Alright.
with the essence, it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, but I'm still doing it.
GTFO, or do we continue to search this area?
I am still in favor
Uh,
of
the-
continuing our search, but I understand the desire to go search for your colleague.
Mirren finished up with investigating it, right?
Yeah, she's all done. She says, I might be able to follow the ley lines out in the caves to where what's her name is?
Ellen.
Ellen.
I
Your
vote
sister.
we go for Ellen, but if the party wishes to continue investigating, let us make haste.
I'm
I
with
think the
Eldon.
I think Ellen's our priority.
I'm with them, Sarah. Yeah. Ellen.
Yeah, I think because the longer we're here, the more likely it is that she's going further away, and the trail gets colder and it gets harder to find her.
Let
So,
us close. Let us
Well,
close
other than the
doors
fact that she
behind
hasn't
us.
moved every time we've checked in on her.
Well,
no,
we
I
know
think she was moving when. Right? Mirren said that she was moving when she saw
it
her.
was
Like they were
following
following
a
the
ley
line.
line. Yeah.
I thought they
She
were all in
was
that mine area, though.
yeah, she was examining the ley line in that mine area, is what she
It's the
said.
same area.
So maybe
that was
she
moving
has
around the
stayed
same
put.
area.
Okay. Okay. Let us seal doors, relock doors as best we can as we exit.
Right. So you move out of this room carefully as you go. Beava says, good luck to you, friend.
Hopefully, we can talk to you again. You seem lovely.
You're going to try to
Nick,
lock the door. So yeah, give me a... did you unlock this door? Were you the one who did it?
Yeah, I unlocked it.
All right, so I'll say... I won't make you roll again. I'll just say you can lock it.
I will say, what do we do with that? I got point towards the boulder. That's-
This door,
Broken
we
door?
broke this door down, so let's put the boulder there, and let's close this door.
Okay, give me a second.
You don't think you can fit the boulder past this coffin here, unless you want to
What if
like
we-
roll it out and around.
I was gonna say, what if we like go up here and just drop it and like roll it down from there?
Would that be possible?
Well,
This,
if we can't get it here, how are we going to get it up
yeah,
there?
there's not enough room to get it past the coffins.
True.
'Cause it's a,
Now,
So,
logistics
it's very
don't
big.
work out now that I think about
Dan,
that.
what kind of strength check would I have to pull off to lift the, to use the boulders
We've
for
locked that door. I think we're
over,
fine.
no,
What a
over the coffin? to lock
You
this-
you couldn't lift up the boulder.
not lift it up. Use momentum to push it up the coffin.
I think
I
you'd
mean,
have
that-
more,
that would be
more
lifting
chance of
it.
moving the coffin, but
Shit.
Yeah, it's not nearly impossible to move something that big, or
I
lift
think
something
I
that
just
big.
leave it then.
Okay, so could I move the boulder to right here to make it look like it's farther than me?
Oh, I bet everyone's left the
the-
room already and he's still going on about it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to do this.
The boulder does not look like debris. It looks like a round, spherical object, so it probably wouldn't blend in very well.
Okay, I'm just waiting then.
I'm gonna delete your snakes.
no. I was
You can just keep them in the background. It's fine.
well. I mean, they have temp HP is the reason I didn't delete them. I had them stacked with my token. I accidentally left them behind for a moment.
All right. All right. So you're making your way back south.
Which of these traps were still armed?
All these traps have gone off. At least the ones that you see
Can
here.
can we reset them? Like by pushing some buttons on a panel, not by spending much time.
You don't see an obvious way to reset them.
All right.
You could look
Then we-
around and try to figure
No.
it out, but yeah.
Let's
Or
keep
do we
going.
tell the professor that's hiding there? Because I don't think we leave him here because he'll probably just die.
Well, there are
Hmm.
more of the expedition coming, aren't they?
How about we tell him to wait out front and tell them not to go exploring because everyone's just dying?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that could be good.
Nathaniel, you want to talk to the fellow? You're the most convincing out of all of us.
Sure.
The way sure.
You also look the most beat up out of all of us, so that'll
Yeah,
be more
it'll be quite
convincing.
convincing.
Honestly, yeah, doubly convincing. Yeah, don't go there. It's awful.
I think did we leave him in this
It
room?
was,
Is that
it
where
was
we
this
left
room
him?
here. No, it's this shut door here.
It's
Oh,
yeah,
that one. Okay.
it's the one over here.
What was
So,
his name again, DM?
his name.
Was random character generator.
Yevro Fugami.
Yeah, that sounds right. It was Yevro Fugami.
So yeah, I would attempt, and we don't need to roleplay it. I would attempt to convince him that we were a special group sent by the Empire due to the important research that they were doing, but have since discovered that this is a even more sensitive location than we had thought, and would suggest to him that he come outside with us, wait for inform anyone else who comes that it is a dangerous location.
I thought you already told him you were mercenaries from Candle.
He already knows who we are. That we're the
Yeah,
Grey
'cause he's-
Wanderers. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
that's
knows
right.
we're not Empire.
That's right. I tried to stop doing that, and you guys confessed before I had a chance.
We're very honest.
Well, he knew us like by face. A couple
So
of us.
as he hears
When
you
he
all
went-
I
approaching,
don't think he did.
He said he was from Candle. I thought. Yeah.
well, as he hears you all approaching, he says, "Is that you out there? Is it safe?"
No.
No, but that's why we reckon you should probably get out of the ruins part at least. We just got attacked by a creature that walked through walls, so that's probably not a safe place to be.
Walk through walls. What? And the door clicks.
Oh,
He says, "Well, that won't do. Well, where is safe then?" As he comes out, looking around, worried.
Up there, as I point up the stairs, you probably want to make sure that no one comes down here.
Well, I mean, couldn't it just walk up the stairs and come get me?
They see, like, I think, just a little bit away. They seem to be more really protective of the ruins, these things. So if you're out of the ruins, they probably won't come out looking for you.
Are you all leaving then?
I think so. We've been pretty beaten up, pointing at Nathaniel, in a pretty short amount of time.
He says, well, my expedition is probably on the way. I suppose I'll just stay with you up there until they get here. He just starts following you up the stairs.
All right, well.
All right, so you leave the
But,
place.
I was like, I'm leaving the rest of this to you, Nathaniel. I talk too much.
You guys already set it up. It's on you now.
Please, no.
All right, so
I'll leave the rest to you. I'll never speak again.
Can I do like a non-damage stunning strike and leave him asleep?
I mean, you can do subdual damage if you want to try to punch him. But yeah, he would walk up the stairs with you, and you're back outside in the cave now.
Oh my.
He just sees a bloody slide and a knoll.
Oh, you left them up there. All right, yeah. So when he gets up the stairs, he's gonna like scream and run back down the stairs. Ah! And you hear a clicking noise.
Oh
I
my
try-
god.
no.
Okay, let's go, guys. We tried.
Yep.
Slide says,
well-
"Oh, what was that? It made a lot of noise."
A very pathetic man.
Let us move away from
Let's
the
go.
entrance before others arrive.
Yeah, let's just get the. He's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, you imagine his people will probably be here soon. But where is the group headed?
We have a rough direction of the camp.
I think
Talking about
Mirren
that.
is going to try to guide us.
All right, so Mirren says, "Yeah, if we look around the caves, I think I can find that ley line again." But
Sure.
Daniel would suggest we take maybe 5-10 minutes away and then take an hour to short rest.
That's
Agreed.
fair. That is
Could we-
very fair.
Find some cover, but yes.
all right, so to find a good camp in the cave, that would be survival. To find a defensible and hidden position.
I think Dosha and who else?
You have survival.
Oh, I do.
You and
too many
Mr.
characters.
Nagging Jack over there.
Rambling.
We're bringing Jack over there.
All right, so 4, I think, for Nathaniel because you're tired.
Yeah.
So who's rolling, Nasira or Dosha?
Huh.
Okay, 12. Yeah, so you look around, you find kind of a side cave that you can kind of put your back to the other end, make sure nothing sneaks up on you. It's a little bit claustrophobic, but it's defensible. As long as you don't get
Everyone's
attacked by
fine.
an army.
If everyone's fine with me having to take an extra 10 minutes for the rest, I'll put up the hut.
You so.
Alright. So you start working on the hut. Time is passing. Oh. Huh.
Oh.
So it's getting late. It's probably about 8:30 at this point. One moment. Give me a... Or, sorry, I guess passively, does anyone beat a 20?
Me.
I'm there.
So you're kind of sitting there doing your ritual when you think you hear what sounds like a dripping noise coming from one of the nearby walls, which is a little odd.
I don't know if I have a light up or not, but I probably would.
Wait,
think
I'm
Nathaniel
sure
has
we
one.
would.
Yeah, I
I
believe
think we would.
the group has light spells.
Yeah, so I'd just be kind of looking at it, and I would address to everybody that, just be like, "That's, hold on. Does anyone else hear that? There's something weird."
So you're
You keep
still,
working.
yeah, you're
You
still
keep-
doing your ritual though.
You keep working. I will investigate. And
Yeah,
I'll gesture to LJ to come with me towards where
Yep.
on your points.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Nathaniel, can I borrow your right for a second?
No, but I can join you.
Yeah, sure, that works.
All right, so you go over to the wall. You can give me an active perception if you want.
Oh, it should be a Oh, not bad. 19 with the 0.
All right, so you would notice the dirt wall here is kind of falling apart and a little bit muddy. And yeah, you would hear the dripping noise as well. You think it's coming from the other side of the wall. The dirt wall is a little bit damp, kind of, yeah, like I said, muddy, and doesn't look completely solid.
Does it? How long does it look like it's been doing this? Is this recent or old?
That would probably be a survival check if you're trying to judge that.
I'll ask.
Oof.
You're not. You're not
Dosha,
sure.
come have a look.
Dosha walks over, kind of bends down a bit. He says, "Oh, there's a strange smell coming from this wall." As he sniffs the air. I don't know how long this has been damp like this, but I smell something odd in the area.
Odd how?
It's kind of a rotting smell.
Dead rotting?
I don't know. Perhaps. Maybe corpses, maybe something else rotting. I'm guessing it's on the other side of this wall.
How long is the casting my ritual, am I?
You're like quarter of the way
Are
through
you
it.
poking it?
What were you saying, Nathaniel?
Yeah, I would attempt to cast Mage Hand, and like Sarah said, I just kind of poke my hand straight through the wall, or attempt to.
So the wall is not that easy to get through, but you could use the mage hand to maybe like start digging the dirt out.
Yeah, so it's starting to kind of not so much digging it, but like you've done on beach or the sand, like it's kind of whittling its way, pushing its way through as much as it can. Not trying to dig, but just kind of push itself, bury itself, push its way through.
I'm assuming on the damp part of it, kind of like pulling the mud out. All right,
yeah,
so
exactly.
The energy starts to pull the mud away. Are you all just going to wait and let him do this?
Perhaps
Go ahead.
if there is water behind this wall, perhaps clearing space. We do not know how much water. Perhaps clearing the dirt away will begin something we do not wish.
Well, with your survival, it's not. You don't think there's too much water. If
okay.
there was, it probably would have like taken out
Even
this
with
wall.
my double nat 1 survival, I know. Okay, all right.
Yeah, no, just with your training, you would know that if there was that much, like if you start digging in and like the mud gets like more prevalent, like there's more of it, then you might have a problem.
How close is this to Anvir while he's casting, and to Mirren and the rest of the party?
It's like maybe 10 feet away.
Okay.
Right.
And the entrance is like the different direction. Like if we would need to leave quickly. In relation
so
to
you would just kind of move quickly down the cave tunnel back the way you came from.
But we can, yeah.
Because you're sort of at a dead end right here.
Yeah, then I'm gonna let Nathaniel do his thing. I'll stand back a little bit and watch.
Okay.
I will also stand back, but just in case, I'm waiting to get in front of Nathaniel.
Yeah, so the mage hand is definitely much slower than like a shovel or a dig spell would be, as you're very slowly moving dirt aside with the 5 pounds of force that mage hand has. So you would finish your hut at this point. 10 minutes have passed.
Would we be able to get in it before it completes?
The hut? Well, I mean, you could stand in the area, but there would be nothing there. So anyway, Nathaniel, there's a little bit more mud as you get a little deeper in, and around the 15-minute mark, you break through to what you think is like a new cave, and a horrible smell assaults your nose and kind of fills the cave now. It definitely smells like something's rotting
odors,
back there.
And the hut doesn't odor, so here's where we get to rest.
But are you trying to look in and see what's in there?
Yeah, so I would kind of move a little bit open and kind of use the mage hand to almost try to open a little bit of a view and say, like, someone go take a look.
All right. So you kind of like stick your head through the hole to look inside here.
I was kind of intonating for LJ to do it.
Oh, LJ. So you'd have to okay. So yeah, LJ, you gonna stick your head in and take a look?
I would do something to stop the smell from, like, just put, like, what people normally do, putting paper towels in their nose, or
I mean, you could tie like a rag around your face. It's like a makeshift mask.
yeah, I would do that and then go poke my face in.
All right. And you can see in the dark, right?
Nah, fuck no.
Oh, well then it would be really dark in there.
I will say, Nathaniel, can I see the light source? Oh, wait, no, do I have one?
No, here, and I'll put light spell on a random stone I pick up from the floor and hand it to LJ to toss in there.
Thank you. I will, with my twin strength, boom, boom.
Are you throwing it in there?
So far, it doesn't help.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, there's like I said, a really nasty smell coming from there. You tie the rag around your face and hurl a glowing stone in. And it looks like there's some kind of chamber back there, just filled with really old corpses. It looks like maybe 40 or 50 dead people.
With the medicine check, even though I'm not
Oh,
examining it from sight, would I be able to
and
tell?
there are mushrooms growing on the corpses that are rare herbs.
So I would, as they're going, I would look over at Eldwin, and say to him, if you have anything left, now would be a good moment to potentially detect some magic, and I could potentially respond to it depending on what you discover.
Like, yeah, give me a few minutes and I can do that.
But Mr. Dan, with a medicine check, would I be able to tell how long they've been dead?
You'd probably have to go in there for that, right?
So,
Either one.
you would guess they've been. Well, if you're just looking in, there's also some water in there as well, like a small stream running through there.
Guesstimate then.
You could give me a medicine check, sure. Because there's light in there now from the light stone, so you can see pretty
nice.
well. You would guess these have been dead for a decent amount of time. Like, they're not bones yet, so
Tens of years?
yeah,
Or hundreds?
more like maybe a decade. I mean, a decade they'd be bones, I believe. Like,
So around 50 years, maybe?
no, well, I don't know. How long does it take for bodies to become
Depends
bones?
on the environment.
Yeah, yeah, I guess like with the stream going through, there's probably a bunch of stuff in there. So yeah, you'd guess like maybe a couple of years, not too long.
I will say, so from what I can see, it was like there's about 50 dead bodies with.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of mass grave.
It was like a mass grave, maybe a poison. I'm not sure. But it was like they've been dead for a few years, and I can see what I believe valuable mushrooms are growing out of them.
Do we think, would it look like they were
5
dropped
years.
from somewhere higher, or that they were laid to rest? Like are they kind of just
Oh,
in a pile?
they're just piled up in there. You don't think there was any
okay.
reverence? Like maybe there was a battle someplace and people had to like just dump the body somewhere. But let's see, Nasira, did you look in there?
I'm behind LJ, so my view wouldn't be as good, but I do have medicine and the lights in there now, so I would kind of be peering over his shoulder a little bit.
Okay. Well, like I said, it looks like there are a bunch of rare
I mean,
herbs,
his medicine was really good, yeah.
like mushrooms and stuff growing in there. And it does look like there's some kind of movement. There might be insects back there as well.
Does it look like a battle happened or a mass suicide?
What? No, it's
Or a
just
mass
like
execution.
you would guess
Drink
someone
Kool-Aid.
just
Is there a punch bowl?
no.
Where's the
No, you would guess someone just like they might have dropped the bodies in from above. You're not sure exactly how they got in there, but
Okay.
there were a bunch of bodies in there that are just kind of stacked up.
So,
I think we're focusing on the wrong thing. I think this is just a way for him to give us the rare fungus.
well, I honestly,
We probably should rest up first,
I
then
mean,
investigate this. Maybe.
Nasira is not nature trained, so she has no interest in the mushrooms. So, I don't know.
Any of us are really.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're good for potions and stuff.
Oh, they are. They are. And
Our
Nasira,
Health
could,
person
potions.
is
Nasira
Nathaniel
could-
with this half.
Nasira, I think, could still use them for alchemy, but Andosha is probably nature trained, so he might be able to do some stuff with them.
Dosha seems a little uncomfortable looking in. He says, the dead should not be disturbed. I don't think we should stay here long. Although, yes, the mushrooms could be valuable.
We probably should just rest up then.
Go
Is
ahead.
the
Nath-
10 minutes for detect magic passed?
So you started doing that when he opened it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if we were passing time for that, it can be 8:50 now, and yeah, you could have got your detect magic off. So Nathaniel cast detect magic.
No, it was
Or wait, sorry, who?
Yeah.
Eldrin?
Onvir.
Or
Eldwin cast detect magic. Your eyes glow, and you do see what looks like a faint aura coming from somewhere in the pile.
Oh.
It's like, it seems that there's something magical within that pile over there.
And can you tell if it is a as in a large aura, a small aura, and potentially the nature of that aura?
Can I?
No, it's buried. You don't see the exact item. You have to see the item clearly to tell aura.
Okay.
It's like, unfortunately, not until we uncover it can I tell you that, the more specific
We
details.
probably want to rest up and then maybe investigate those. Maybe go on for Ellen. Yeah.
I suggest we get out of here quickly.
I would
Dosha
like to
says.
see what that objects and information is.
Let's
I'm fine.
finish our short rest. We'll check out what the item is, and then figure out what the hell we're doing. After
Yes.
that.
Okay. I agree with that. Let's go.
Alright, so you're attempting to pass more time?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who cast spells, it's going to take a little bit longer. But 9:30 rolls around, so anyone who was not doing rituals, you would be able to spend a short rest at this point if you want.
So I have
Right.
to wait 10 more minutes here.
Yes, and I believe Eldwin has to wait another 10 minutes after that.
Correct.
And then I cast Song of Rest, so you guys would have gotten a bonus D6 if you roll hit die, or sorry, bonus D8 if you roll hit die.
do we roll that each ourselves, or do you roll one for
You
everyone?
can go ahead and roll it yourself. I'm fine with not managing that.
Thank you.
But yeah, the corpses didn't seem to come alive or anything, luckily.
Yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
while I'm also doing short rest, I was tuned to the ring of jumping.
Alright, so yeah, you magically attune to that.
How big is the chamber with the corpses?
It's there's not much room in there. It looks like they were maybe buried back there, but the water eroded some of the dirt away, and it became almost like a natural chamber from like water going through it. It is now 9:40, so I believe Onvir, it's you who gets your short rest if you want to spend it.
During that time being spent, could I have asked Eldwin if I unattuned to my staff, would he want it?
What?
Yeah, you keep the 10 hit points.
It's effectively a slightly better warcaster one.
Oh,
that also,
A better version of the
It's-
Wand of the Warcast?
yeah, it's basically that, but it also affects DC.
Yeah, if you're not gonna use it, then
Yeah, because I kind of want to attune my pearl.
okay, yeah.
Could LJ, during the 10 minutes between his long rest can be completed and Eldrin and Onvir's, being completed, like dig out by putting gloves on, but dig out more enough to at least fall through?
So before LJ goes and wades through the body of the pile of corpses, when I asked what the size of the chamber was, is I was wondering if we could like, I don't know, tie a rope around him or something in case we need to like pull him back.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that'd be
no,
fine.
there's enough room in that someone could climb in there.
Okay. Except I'm not carrying a rope, so if anyone else,
There's a rope on the ship,
yeah, I'm sure there is. Okay.
but I don't have one.
All right. Well, never mind then. So I don't have one either.
Does
unless someone-
anyone have a rope?
Hold on, let me check my.
Uh,
I do.
so
Oh.
at this point, Eldwin, you could take your short rest as well if you want.
Would I have been able to attune? Because I'm assuming he gave me the staff at the beginning of the rest.
Like when we entered the hut.
I don't believe you have to take the whole rest to attune. If you're spending the rest, you can attune,
Nice.
so you're fine. I could double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Does
But I
mean
would-
my spells are slightly less likely to hit now, but
Is it in the compendium or is it a?
no, it was an item Lou made.
Who would?
Oh, is that the?
I know I am the strongest, but who would be the second? Even though I know it's Nasira.
Is it?
Yep, everyone else has 8.
I believe you have 10.
All right, so yeah, I guess. Or go ahead. Sorry.
Elder Woman borrow the rope, and Nasira, you may not be as strong as me, but you should be able to pull me out.
Yes, Manasa can help as well.
If
I just realized I think the second strongest member of our party is now the snake.
Yep.
yes, I will.
That's 12 strength.
I will ask someone of the party. Do I want to take off my armor so I'm easy to pull?
No,
Or-
I think you should be protected in case you encounter anything.
As he's talking about this, the mage hand goes in there and attempts to grab the thing.
I
Grab.
think you have to dig down under corpses to do that.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, the item you believe is buried under a bunch of people. Like someone may have had it on them, and their corpse was just hucked in there without
So-
anyone knowing.
So is it big enough for me to get in there, or would I have to get some more to?
I mean, you could probably use your hands to dig it out a little bit more.
Yeah, I will do that. Rope tied around me, Nasira and the snake helping me. On the other end of the rope.
All right, so you start digging the hole a little bit bigger so you can crawl in there. Oof, the smell is really bad even with your handkerchief. Nasira, something's a little odd to you now that he's opening the hole a bit more. It almost seems like there's, like something moving around in there. Like the corpses are almost like jiggling a little, which is
If we
really
finished-
odd.
If we have finished the long rest, then I would also be standing over there. Short rest, sorry.
Anvir, do you not have a special holy sense for certain types of evil nearby?
That's paladins.
Oh shit. Okay, I was thinking of
Oh shit!
I was thinking of the divine sense thing. All
Yeah,
right.
that's
I would point out like the pile quivers.
Do I
God.
see anything more specific with my ridiculous 23 passive?
You,
And we have the light in there too.
You definitely see like little bits of movement here and there, which makes you a little bit nervous. It could just be a bunch of insects.
So yeah, while they're figuring this out and back, Eldritch should continue forward.
Is it near the magic item?
It's just kind of on the pile in general.
The magic item's under a pile, and the pile of corpses is
Okay.
quivering.
I wasn't sure if it was like that pile right near the magic item or if it was just
Gotcha.
kind of general. I am
I'm
just
gonna-
watching it to see if it starts moving towards anyone.
How long does this last? 10 minutes. Ugh. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on LJ just as he starts to like go for it after he opens the hole up a bit more.
Is
Okay.
Bull Strength still on me? Or
No.
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 No, it's been over an hour now.
Okay.
Alright.
What does Shield of Faith do?
It's
+2.
+2 AC.
Okay. So 24 now.
Which watch, this will be all saves.
Yeah, I know, right?
Womp womp. All right, so you climbing in there? Or
I would have been doing that. I've thinking as I'm going through.
all right, so you climb in there. Are you gonna try to get these mushrooms, or are you just trying to dig for whatever the item is? Which I'm assuming. Well, actually, you would have lost detect magic by now, so you wouldn't see the aura anymore.
I will, as I'm digging, I will ask, item, mushrooms, or both?
Go for item first, see where it goes.
But I think that without the detect magic to see it, how will he know when he reaches the item as he digs through that pile of corpses?
I was told it was a giant pile of corpses. If it's a weapon, it'll be easy to find.
What if it's a ring or something in someone's pocket?
You can
How
start
will you...
collecting mushrooms and I'll recast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Alright.
yeah. So, but you're going for both. Got it.
So give me a survival check or herbalism if you want to try to get the mushrooms in here.
I don't have
Wait,
a.
maybe we
That's
shove the
Eldwin,
Sierra in there.
yeah.
Like,
Nasira is
you just
getting
pick them
ready
right
to
and you
pull
start
LJ.
like pulling them off. Yeah, this looks right.
I will ask Nasira for some guidance.
I can't. You've already gone in there. I can't touch you.
No, I
Ouch.
think he means like literally just help with the survival. Like, what is he doing?
Yeah. What do I do? I'm literally untrained.
You're
How
gonna-
do I? What?
you're gonna-
Wait, hold on, guys, stop. Too many people are talking. I thought Eldwin was collecting mushrooms and that LJ was digging through a corpse pile.
No,
Well,
Eldwin is ritually casting detect magic so they can
He's-
find the
okay.
magic item better.
Okay. So
And
now
LJ
LJ is
mushrooms.
collecting mushrooms?
But he's untrained in survival, so he's
So I'm-
asking for help.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I guess I would step through the opening, but I would Manasa would stay behind with the other end of the rope that's tied to LJ, and I would stay right inside the opening. I'm not going far in. So I want to
so
be able to help pull LJ out.
as you crawl in there, you would notice that there are a bunch of somethings crawling up on LJ's legs and on his armor.
LJ, there are creatures on you.
Not panicking. I look behind me. What creature? Oh.
Oh, those are dangerous, actually.
So
Anvir, do you have
Set me on fire! I do not care. Set me on fire.
So yeah, there's definitely something crawling around on you as you feel it kind of biting at your clothes and armor. Luckily, you don't think anything's actually bit you yet, but you do feel a bunch of stuff crawling on you now.
I would just say, set me on fire if you can. I do not care.
Nasira, you
Um,
swat a bunch of them off you as they're attempting to crawl on you as well now.
Nasira,
Yeah.
just get back. I'll be fine.
I will step.
Theater.
I will step back out through the gap, and I'll say, Anvir, do you have?
Yeah, and
On
you would
the,
see a bunch of these grubs falling off her now as she's like, like
I'm
swatting
picking them off and squishing them and stuff. Anvir, do you have any radiant fire to aid?
So you're just gonna keep digging in there.
Oh, fuck yeah. I have a fucking 24 AC. I'll be fine.
All
Oh,
right.
no, we're pulling
Yeah,
him out. We're pulling on the rope. We're dragging
Honestly,
on
I'm
the rope.
not tempted to leave him in there. It's impossible for them to hit him unless he hit
Oh,
a nat 20. They have a plus
Yeah.
0 to hit.
Oh my god, it is.
All right.
If the entire group prohibits me from dragging him back, then I guess I will.
He
Yeah.
seems fine at the moment. If he starts yelling in pain, we'll pull him out.
All right.
Would I know
No.
anything about these rot grubs?
With nature, yeah, you would probably know they can
I
easily
don't have
kill you.
nature.
Or wait, sorry. Then no, you don't know anything about them.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I will give up on the mushrooms and just hope Eldrin finishes in the
Does
detect magic
Dosha
in
have
time.
nature?
Oh, that's right. Dosh would be like, don't let them touch you. They will burrow into your skin and eat your heart.
Okay, get out of there now. I'll clear this out.
I seem to recall losing a PC to rot grubs in one of
I have
those
never heard of these
continent
things before, so
campaigns.
Us don't pay D&D that much. Let's not meta that much, please.
I'll be fine. I am going forward. Eldrin, finish the spell.
All right. So you're throwing corpses aside, looking for this supposed item.
Yes.
Give me a perception check, as you're just like swatting these things off of you.
15.
Okay. You're looking around. There are some old-looking weapons and armor in here. Looks like some of these corpses still have their stuff on them.
Not doing the old. I'm just looking for the magic item.
All right. These things are kind of swarming all over you. You're like, God damn it, and like knocking them off. Your armor keeping you safe.
I'm just to help him. I am actually gonna cast a moonbeam in there, and I'm just trying to clear it out as much as I can.
So if you put a moonbeam in there, it's going to hit him as well.
That's
Is
fine.
the- Look, no, let
Not
dude,
on him.
Yeah,
No,
How big
it's
is
only
the
a 10-foot area, so that would be like the whole
Okay.
area.
Drop it on me.
Oh, okay.
dude,
No.
just get out of there.
Just
and
drop
I'll clear
it
the
on
room
you.
so we don't have to worry about the thing.
At
Hey.
this point, I'm too deep in.
It's too deep. Are you going to drop it on him?
I was thinking about spiritual guardians when I was asking you about radiance on beer, but I don't know if you have
spiritual
that.
guardian. You know what? No, that's fair. I completely forgot that I had that.
Oh, wait.
It's
But
just-
it would
You
mean
have
you have to
spiritual
go
guardians.
in. It would
Uh,
mean you have to go in, but it would probably help a lot.
Screw it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go in with spiritual guardians.
All right. So you chant, summoning a bunch of radiant energy around you, protecting your group. And... Ooh.
If he's got that up, I'm going in with him.
So you do manage to sear a bunch of these things. However, LJ, you feel one of them under your armor biting into your skin.
Wait, someone does a save.
Nope, you have to deal fire damage to yourself, by the looks of it.
Yeah. So you feel something chewing on you. I don't think you take any damage.
Question: would it even? Is there even a way it could survive on its start of its turn, or am I too far? Like,
I guess if you're searing everything with your, if you're using your radiant energy, that would be enough to kill the things, but you think you would have to apply some fire to the wound, because that's not radiant energy is not the same as fire.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nasira, are you able to throw the torch to me?
So wait, the Spirit Guardians is 15-foot radius, and you said the chamber is 10 feet. So if Anvir is standing in the doorway, the chamber is covered by the Spirit Guardians, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I will go in with the torch, and I will lift LJ's
Right.
arm, see the wound, and basically like cauterize it with the torch.
So these things are just popping all around you as radiant energy is just flowing into here, and yeah, grubs are just bursting.
Did we hear those little firecracker things that just pops?
You're probably getting covered in a bunch of gross like
Ugh.
pus.
Gross. Am I able to like?
I'm just
Am I able to
constantly
cauterize the wound?
prestidigitationing myself.
Yeah, so you climb in there with the torch. Give me like a medicine check as you're trying to get to this wound and treat it. I'm not sure what
Would
skill
I?
you'd use.
Would I also be able to help out with that?
Sure,
Since
you
it's
guys
my
can
own
both do
body?
it. All right, so yeah, you're pulling your armor aside, and
It makes sense because we both have medicine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
so you see the little bastard like burrowing into your side there, and you quickly put the torch
I dig it
to
out
it.
with my new spear and then cauterize the wound.
Well, you have to burn it, I think, at this point. So you quickly put the torch up to where it's trying to dig in. And you would take 4 points of fire damage, but yeah, you pop all the ones that were in the wound.
I still have my 10 HP, right?
Yes, although I don't think that would protect you from this, because this is actually on your body.
Okay, point taken.
Yeah. But yeah, you think the creatures are all dead at this point.
I would say to Eldrin, how long's left on the spell?
About now.
Yeah. So yeah, you would get the spell off again. Or you would finish the detect magic, and yeah, you would see the item again, which is buried under a couple of corpses still.
Would he be able to guide me to grab it?
Yeah. So,
Everyone roll a d20.
not everyone. I think it's LJ, Nathaniel, and Cicera at this point.
Oh.
It was a D20 roller.
Yeah, I got it.
For your wish list item.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I actually did just create a wish list, but I hadn't posted it yet. So before I roll, I'm going to post it just for
Fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
fairness' sake.
Well, you could just.
Oh my lord.
Well, it's
Wah,
not
wah.
Nasira, I can tell you that.
I mean, there's always the chance. No.
no.
never mind.
Oh shit!
All three of you had rolled a 1, though. That would have been.
Amazing.
Oh, Leo.
All right.
Yeah. What do I get?
Or wait, LJ, did you get yours already? Hang on.
No.
All right, no, it doesn't look like it. All right,
I
so
realized that maybe I should have offered that staff to Nathaniel as well, because he doesn't have many magic.
Yeah. Either one.
give me a D100 roll.
Got it. I am doing that in Discord for some reason.
Roll high, baby.
I think
Yes.
actually that LJ, Nasira, and Nathaniel all just have their starting magic item. Well, no, LJ got
Ooh.
that ring, but yeah.
Okay.
I
We got
almost
those
put.
bracelets.
I almost put.
Yeah,
The
that's true. I did just
1,000?
get the bracelets.
All right. So as you're
It's pretty high.
moving everything aside,
Why does it
Uh,
say, 1d20 and then 1d100? Okay.
Yeah, I do it the way that the DM likes it.
Well,
uh,
I just use the dice roller. I don't type anything.
are these colors like rarity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
All
thing
right.
as
So
Nasira
blue is
has.
rare.
Yes.
All right. Give me a D4 roll.
I am doing that. Just roll it again. Okay. You said D4.
Yeah.
Oh, 4.
All right. So yeah, you're digging through all these like Rotkra bodies. There's still a bunch in here that are popping as you're uncovering more of them. They're kind of like fleeing the radiant energy at this point. But you see finally as you pull a rotting skeletal hand out from under several of the bodies, and it has a ring on it that you would see is glowing. Eldwin, that must be it.
Yeah, I will pocket that. And say, do we want to get the mushrooms or just go?
Does it seem like there's many left? If Andre's spell happens to run out?
Many mushrooms, you mean?
No, the grubs.
Oh, they are pretty much all dead or retreated at this point. You would guess they
I'll go
probably
ahead.
went lower in the pile somewhere.
I'll go ahead and start gathering some mushrooms. I don't know how long I want to stay here, but I'll try and grab the most
Okay.
obvious,
So
easy
it would
ones.
be a roll at disadvantage at this point because they're all trampled and kind of messed up
Okay.
from the bodies being thrown about.
Oh, okay.
As she hands each one that she pulls out, I'm assuming she hands to me and I put in my bag folding.
You said it was
However you want to do
survival?
it. It would be survival or herbalism, either of
Could I-
those.
Am I able to
Or,
make a brain check
Or
to help
knowledge
out?
nature would probably help as well.
I have herbalism as well, but it's the same as my survival.
Yeah, if you want to make a check, you can help her as well since you're in there. All right, so 14. You would collect about. Let me see. Oh, I changed screens. Hang on.
Question is, did I get the Ring of Evasion or Ring of Free Action?
Well, we can either have one of us identify it now or just wait till later.
Oh,
So,
nature essence.
yeah, about 240 gold pieces worth.
Yeah, so I collect the ones that are like still pretty easy to get, but
Even,
like I'm like, all right, I'm done, and like I crawl back through the hole.
Even with as many as you destroyed, there was still quite a few left that
Yeah,
you
that's
could
a lot.
get.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you climb out of there all covered in bug guts and just feeling gross.
Everyone
Back to the hole.
short rested now, or
Onbeard, would you mind cleaning me up? She looks kind of disgusted.
I'm just prestidigitating everyone, please.
All right, so you're magically cleaning people off, magic shower.
Do we want to wait to get this ring identified? Because honestly, it sounds pretty cool. Let's go anyway.
I
At
think
this,
Go ahead, Nathaniel.
I think at this point, Nathaniel would be, it's getting late in the day, and while we do have some energy, I'd be fine with staying in this area if we can patch up this hole and do something about the smell. But I think we try to rest here tonight, and we could, of course, during that time, identify anything that needs to be identified.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
all right, then let's patch up this hole to help with the smell.
All right, so you're just gonna kind of move the dirt back and try to, make it so it's not revealed anymore.
Rebuild the wall a little bit, yeah.
Yes.
The mud wall.
I'm
Sure.
pulling a Donald Trump.
Oh, building a wall, yeah.
He never did though, did he?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're doing that, then you're only like building half the wall then. But
Not
It's only
even.
small wood
political
wall.
stuff aside, sure, you're trying to patch up the large hole you made as time is passing. I'm not gonna make you roll because you don't need skills to put a bunch of mud in the area. So yeah, you get the wall back up. It's not too well hidden, but I mean, yeah, you don't think there's anything else back there worth hiding. It is about 10:20 in the evening at this point. It's getting late. You haven't heard any noise from the trail, like from the caves that you came from, so you don't think you're being followed. What do you want to do?
How many people can fit in the hut?
I think 9.
Oh, okay. So we can fit Mirren and Dosha in there.
Yeah, we can fit all of us.
Good.
Yeah, 9.
I'm also going to use my Pearl of Power.
Oh, fella.
Okay.
If we're taking a long rest, I would use my second wind, but only if we're taking a long rest.
I think we're continuing on, or are we stopping for the day now?
I thought
It is getting late.
Since we did do the short rest, I would be able to heal people again. I'm not sure how Nathaniel looks at this point. Were you able to recover from that short rest very much?
yeah, mostly.
Okay.
I think we're all. Should we just continue for now then?
I think
10 o'clock at night.
yeah, that's
Oh, true.
yeah, I concur with what Nathaniel, as much as I dislike most of his ideas. This one is valid.
Wow.
So we're gonna settle down for the night.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, all good.
So you are resting here for the evening, or at least attempting to.
Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna use my second harness divine power, just in case the rest gets interrupted and we need to throw down.
And we did the hut again, I assume.
I'd do the hut again.
All right. Well, I thought you still had the hut up.
Well,
No, 'cause
he had to leave it.
step out of it to go do
Yeah.
Oh, right. You
Spirit
did the
guide.
Spirit Guardians. Okay. All right. So you're putting up another hut and attempting to rest here the evening. No issues. You are able to rest the evening. You do have to spend a day's worth of food. So subtract that from your stuff, one each.
Oh, I also have to change some of my spells around.
But yeah, it is now the 45th of spring at 8:30 a.m.
Is it a short and a long rest that I can attend? Oh, it's just a short rest.
You could do it on either.
Before we go to bed, I would ask Eldwin to, I may not be magically inclined, but I know you are. Are you able to tell what this ring is?
Oh yeah, I could identify it before we go to bed.
Yeah, so if you identify the ring,
Let's see, is it going to be evasion or free action?
drum roll.
Dun.
Da-na-na!
Free action. Cool.
Yep, so this ring will help you avoid difficult terrain in combat and keep you from being paralyzed or restrained.
I will attune to it, since you said I could.
Okay.
After the long rest has been completed, I will remove Curse on Nasira.
Most appreciated. I almost forgot, so thank you for remembering.
And the
That's why I said I had to
exhaustions-
swap the spells out.
Oh,
Our
yeah, I had it.
exhaustions
I
are
had
going,
it.
right?
had it
If
in-
you had, it's one level per evening, so you would you'd be down a
I only
level.
had one, yeah.
Yeah, so you're fine then.
I had it noted on my character sheet, but I had forgotten, just
Oh.
with the rod grubs and stuff. that I was
And
cursed.
you were cursed, Nasira. Let me.
Yeah, but Anvir just cured me.
After the
Well,
Yeah, it would
here's
be-
the thing. The curse does say after 24 hours.
So it hasn't been 24 hours.
Yeah, I guess it has not been 24 hours yet.
You gotta bring them up because sometimes you win them.
So yeah, all right. So then you're okay then.
Okay.
Well, even if it had been 24 hours, I would have taken some max hit point reduction, but you still could have cured me today.
Yeah, so you're fine. So what does the group want to do?
You know,
Continue following the line.
Why is there a wand of the war mage in the bag holding?
that's my old wand.
yeah, we someone gave it up because of attunement slots.
So don't need it anymore.
Well, it's valuable, so we might have a use for it to trade, or someone else might use it later.
We might shuffle around magic items or something.
Yeah, and Nathaniel might even want it. I don't know.
What is it?
Wand of the War Mage is in our inventory.
Plus
I don't
one
think
dispel
bards have
attack.
many attack spells though.
Not really. And
Yeah,
I don't think I could hold it and my other items at the same time, and I prefer them.
yeah, that's fine. We discussed previously, actually, I think it was with Scarlet before she was kidnapped, but I don't remember if we discussed it with Mirren, but should we disguise her in some way? Will she be recognized? Or is it moot since she is guiding us and using the ley lines? Those who know what they're looking at might know what she's doing regardless.
She says, "Well, I think I can lead us to that place. I have seen the cataclysm energies going through several of these caves, so I think I can get us there. I'm not sure how far away it is, but if what you told me with them being in this area was true, then I'm guessing it wouldn't be too long to get there."
Then that's exactly what I think we want to do, but I was just wondering if we should try to visually disguise you if we think you would be recognized by any that we might encounter.
She says, I don't know. Maybe if you can do that. But I'm guessing they will definitely recognize your group.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we talked about this, but maybe it was with Scarlet. Did we have any ideas for how to disguise?
I think someone used to have a disguise kit, but that was an old member.
No. Actually, so Nasira has extra vestments. So the habit that she wears, she has 2 more in her pack. And that would include the hood and veil. I don't know if that would be helpful at all. I worry about Mirren still being targeted as Scarlet and Ellen were.
No, that's fair.
All right, well, yeah, what are you doing?
Lead the way, Mirren.
She says, all right. She will start to guide you through the caves, Dosha keeping an eye out. So
Yeah, and I assume we kind of arrange ourselves in a little bit of a marching order that we're all kind of looking out around so that she can do her thing and kind of we're following her, but we're also like watching out for her, I think.
yeah.
I'll be the
Liking her a
one.
bit.
So this will require some exploration as you're going through natural cave areas, which would be survival. So 2 survival checks, please.
Dosha and Nasira?
I've been doing quite poorly with this in these particular caverns, but normally I am rather good at this, so I will work with Dosha and perhaps he can
Dosha
improve
nods.
my skills in these terrains. Yeah, I've been rolling crap on this today, so we'll see here.
So you have 8 people in your group right now, right?
We are 5 plus 2 NPCs plus the Slod and the robot Cobra.
9.
Yeah, so you have 9. Okay, so you're a fairly large group.
Oh my lord, look at my rolls. Oh,
Today's been a bad day for them.
yeah. That's the third like crap survivor roll I've had, not counting the double nat 1 that was her last
I
roll.
was going to say, that's like the third one as well.
Hopefully Dosha will redeem me. He knows
Yeah.
these rocks better than me.
So yeah, there's a little bit of trouble as you're navigating the caves. But you are making progress. As you are moving through the caves, you come to an area where Anvir will notice there are signs of movement. Survival might tell you more about them.
Well,
Let's
I
try
guess-
again.
Yeah.
Nasira and Dosha.
Anyone who wants can make this check. This isn't like this isn't
Oh, so we're not
limited.
limited to
Yeah,
everyone.
because it's
Everybody
not.
and anybody.
It's not a project.
Oh,
it's just
so
watching.
now I roll well. Now that everyone can.
So
Oh.
it looks like these tracks were made more recently. There might be patrols in this area. You must be getting close to the to whatever base they're in. This could be dangerous.
Do we need to move with better stealth
Let's
then?
get dangerous.
Well, there's
Well,
nine.
An idea on
There's 9 of you, so it's going to be nigh impossible to hide your presence.
Remind me. Can the Slod be dismissed and resummoned?
No, I think
No.
he's just a guy.
Yeah, he
He's
just
just
kind
one
of
of us.
hangs
Okay.
out.
All right, let's do our thing. See what we can do.
He can make
Stealth,
himself
what's that?
invisible.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
try to leave some of your NPCs behind if you want to try to go stealthy.
Do we think that we should?
Well, we kind of need Mirren.
We don't know if we're going to come back this way.
Yeah.
We're following a ley line, We're following a trail.
I think
Well,
we're
we-
just going to take the risk and go with everybody.
Yeah.
So it will make it
Um,
impossible for you to avoid patrols, I'll say, if you have 9 people.
Does
Like,
What
there wouldn't
number
even...
would we need?
I would give it to you at 6. If you could go in with 6, you could possibly hide yourselves.
So we'd have to get rid of 3 of
Does
them.
everyone but get rid of all but Mirren.
Yeah.
so? Yeah, so Dosha, the Slod, and the Cobra, I guess, would hunker down in a little.
No, I think we
Space
just
with
go all
cover?
in.
Yeah, I think we go.
So
in.
Dosha would say, I can just make my way back to Last Light if you don't think you'll need me for this.
He's the only other survival trained.
Right. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards like what the others said. Like we just
Okay.
we'll take care of what we encounter, I guess.
All right.
I know
Going
it's a
all
risk,
in.
but
Look, with our
Is-
stealth rolls, it was gonna come to this anyway.
Oh,
Is,
also,
uh,
I would have used the Pearl of Power after casting a Remove Curse to get the 3rd level spell slot.
I will also ask Andrea to give me some strength for our next battle. Visual question, by the way.
Yeah, sure. I will do that.
oh, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move another healing kit from my bag to my belt pouch because I'm low on charges or uses.
Okay. Oops. All right. So you are making your way through the caves, following these ley lines.
And I will continue to position myself, and presumably we are all doing this in a way that, like, Mirren doesn't get jumped or surprised if there is anything that manages to surprise us. Like, she's harder to get to, and has something that surprises us has to go through at least one of the other of us first to get to her.
And you do have light sources while you're going, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I think it doesn't make sense not to. We'd be even more bumbly.
All right. Just roll something. Yeah, unfortunately, with all these people, it is you're pretty noticeable going through this cave. Da-da. And a little ways ahead, as you're moving, you would begin to see torchlight. Give me one moment.
And if we see their torchlight and we're carrying lights, then it's possible they've already seen ours.
Yeah, you're pretty sure they've seen you.
Nathaniel, are you ready to try to talk your way out of this?
I'm always ready.
Alright, so I will put you all on. Go
Oh
ahead.
my god, this is bitmap.
Go ahead and mark your. Well, once you're on.
I'm gonna dig in my pack and pull out one of my, like, vestments and give it to Mirren and ask her to put on the wimple and veil and everything, just in case.
Alright. Da.
It's pristinely clean too. Like the only, like, Nasira tries to stay really clean, so it's not like nasty travel gear.
And Anvir. So Nathaniel, you said you had a light, right?
Yep.
Okay. Mark yourself
light
as
too.
those who have lights. Just mark yourself, but I'll put the torch effect on you too.
Oh no, I see them already, and it's them. I dislike it.
Them.
So yeah, arrange yourselves to
Boy.
liking. If you want to have your guys out to fight with you, pull them out as well. But yeah, you hear who's over there? Show yourselves.
So a little bit before we get into this, again, being relatively new to the group, can I get a little context of
These are
what we're
the
expecting?
still shadow guys that
Okay.
we were fighting for.
Yeah, thank you. I'm assuming I would have some context going into it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Give
Still
me.
shadow possibly are working for the guys who used to keep all these 3 girls.
They're a mercenary for hire group. They, in our previous encounters with them, we attempted to talk to them, and they just immediately tried to kill us every time. We gave them multiple chances, and we believe that they're working for the family that we think is into kidnapping and other stuff.
Give me initiative rolls.
I'm glad. Thank you for putting me all the way in the back. By the way, that is the perfect spot.
Can I
Yeah.
get can I pull Seal out?
Sure.
You're keeping Dosha and Mirren in the background, I assume.
Unless you want them in the battle, but
No,
yeah, we
I
can
would
say
say-
they're like staying back.
What do
That's
you
fine.
mean battle? You're making a lot of assumptions there.
Possible battle.
No, I'm gonna have Manasa stay in the background, and she's basically guarding.
All
them.
right,
That's
so she
her
kind of
orders.
the three of them kind of back off as these guys approach.
Yeah.
I
Got
just want to say I'm gonna ambush initiative.
Sure.
So where's initiative? There it is. So 17.
Is everyone on there?
Look at Nathaniel go. He's like just striding forward and starting to talk.
Yep, that looks like everybody except for. Did you say Sol was fighting?
Yeah, Seal's gonna be fighting.
So go ahead
Yeah,
and
okay. So
pull him out and make sure you roll for him as well, just in case.
Not let me pull him out.
Where is he?
He's under hirelings.
Let me make sure you have control of him. Hang on. Da-da-da.
It was some fireballs, some opportune fireballs.
Oh, you don't have control of him, that's why. Alright, you should now.
There we go.
Alright, so the first act, Soul, go ahead, roll for initiative. Alright, the first act is going to be Nathaniel as you hear, who goes there? And a bunch of movement from up ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get over to here. They can see a big group. They're seeing me. I'm well identified myself. And I basically speak up and I say, of course, I am the great Nathaniel Ben, Northern adventurer, traveler, storyteller, theologian, scholar, and great traveler of the Empire, Candleholm, and in search
Alright,
of many
6
great stories.
Well, 6 seconds.
From Chief Wamanok to others.
He's still talking
Give
into
me
the PK
a
turns.
give
That
me
was
a
about 6 seconds. That wasn't much longer than
No,
that.
that's fine.
give me a persuasion check. And what are you doing for your action?
That's basically my action.
So like dodging, just keeping an eye
yeah,
out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Can
you
I
are
dodge or ready something?
on the ready just in case. Ending your turn, and yeah, give me that persuasion. All right.
Nice.
So the soldier is gonna step forward. And here, I'll give you some pictures.
yeah, I thought I saw one fancy-looking guy in the initiative, and I'm curious about that.
So there is a soldier or 2 soldiers up front.
You trying to be my battle master? Oh hell no.
Behind them is a kind of extravagant looking guy, but fairly well armed.
Oh god.
Ooh.
He
And,
looks like such a
Dapper
douche.
fella.
Yes! Yes,
He
he does.
Oh, trust me, Nathaniel looks way worse.
he's like, oh, hello back there. There is also a really
Right arm.
weird looking
his right-
lady who is
I'm more scared of her than I am of the purple and pink. Like,
who is you notice now is like swirling her hand around her staff as fire begins to appear around it.
yeah, she's trouble.
And another really
Looks like she's got like a Quasit or something too.
another really weird looking guy, kind of towards the back of the group.
Oh. Oh.
Biomancer.
What is that?
I like how all of us had basically the same reaction.
But as the soldier approaches, he kind of sees all of you, and he says, "You are Nathaniel Bend, and who are these people?" And he is going to take the dodge action for his turn. And all of them still seem semi-hostile, but at least no one on their side has attacked yet. Eldwin, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna quickly telepathically speak to Seal, and I'll just go. It's like, just turn invisible and wait until the fighting breaks before you fireball them. Okay?
This just giant frog that was completely visible just goes completely invisible.
You're gonna tell him to cast invisibility.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's only invisible, or I think he's only visible currently to the front two guys, but still, he is visible. Yeah.
All right, they can see him right now.
Oh, they can. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
just
there's a bunch of
curious.
light on him. So yeah, if he
Oh, okay.
if he casts invisible, they'll see him disappear.
All right. I'll tell him to back away a little bit. Then
Okay.
just back up a little bit, turn invisible, and then come back and get ready to fireball them when the fighting breaks out.
All right. So you kind of whisper that, and what else? Anything else?
I'm going no, I don't think so, because you don't want Eldwin talking. It is a -1.
All right. So the Biomancer goes. He says, "Oh, they have demons with them. How interesting."
Oh no.
He is going to step forward. The soldier yells, "No spells! All of you, stand still. You too, Biomancer." Who he kind of seems a little disappointed. He's
I
gonna.
feel like all of us are just recoiling a bit, like, oh god.
He
What's
steps
his
forward.
aura?
Yeah, you would notice like all around them. There's like it looks like just plants, sort of like semi-growing from the ground. It's very noticeable. But let's see, what is he gonna do? So he kind of
Talking about inside this area.
yeah. Well, you see the aura from him, right?
The green aura.
Yeah. So
I was
there's
just
basically
checking
like
that.
a bunch of plants kind of popping out of the ground around him. He is going to just kind of sigh and look disappointed as he sits there, and he says, "I won't use magic if they don't," and just ends his turn dodging. LJ, what are you gonna do?
I would just say, you asked who I am. My name is Rosamund Everthorn Jr., the royal bodyguard to Nathaniel Burns over there, Admiral of Recovery Strahd Zero and Slayer of the Naga, and the heir to the Everthorn bloodline. Good to meet you, sir.
I'm
As I
sorry,
dodge.
what?
I don't recognize you either. All right, and any actions for your turn?
Just dodging. And what? Yeah, just dodging.
All right, so the woman is going to move up here. Let me check something. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she kind of moves up there and just kind of waits as if watching you all very closely. They still seem neutral, but very much on guard. So Seal is going to start backing off, to which this guy says, "Hey, stay there. What are you doing?"
They talk on not their turns, but we can't.
No, you can talk outside your turn. You can only do up to
Okay.
you can do up to 6 seconds per round at any time. So if you want to save it till later in the round, it's just you can't go over 6 seconds because it's all kind of happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a chatter, so I'm just going to excuse Sol by saying, it won't work, he doesn't speak common.
And they're like, "Oh my god, what is he? What he? Oh, he's talking." Are you gonna tell him to stop backing off, or are you just gonna let him keep going?
I'm gonna let him do his thing. Like, they're too freaked out to do anything. Let him keep doing it.
All right. So if he keeps moving, he says, "Last chance. Tell it to stop."
It's like,
It's trained not to scare new people since it has encountered you. It thinks it needs to be less intimidating by moving to the rear of our group.
Give me a deception.
Oh,
Shit, I have a little bit of persuasion, but I don't have deception. Oh dear.
Nathaniel, why didn't you speak up? Oh,
That one.
Alright. So yeah,
Nathaniel's
he's
already
gonna.
spoken for this round. Like
He's kind of in the middle of talking while you guys are all doing your stuff. So the Thief Lord is gonna go. Move up here, and he vanishes into the rocks.
Oh, of course he does.
I see him.
What is your perception passive?
23.
You would not.
Damn, it was worth a
Oh.
shot.
And he Anvir also can see 300 feet, so yeah, he's
On
got
there.
amazing eyes. That's a good thief.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
Do they look aggressive now that y'all...
They look like they're getting pissed off that he's backing off. That he didn't stop. But they're not aggressive yet, because Nathaniel did make a very good check.
Oh, Nathaniel saved the ass there.
But yeah, definitely Seal is working against that by trying to back off.
I will start to move up a little bit, but if they start getting pissed off at me, I will stop immediately.
They aren't angry yet. You have your weapons out, right? Or do you have it sheathed?
Actually, that's a valid point. At this point in time, I would only have a shield because I don't have my staff
Alright.
anymore.
And they all do have their weapons out, just FYI.
Oof, okay.
So I'll change that.
But they were on
yeah.
patrol.
I'm
Alright, so you kind of approach, you saying something as Nathaniel's talking?
I'm just kind of standing there with my shield in one hand, kind of standing up, you know, just being like, look, I'm just coming out into the open at the moment.
Okay. So you just kind of walk up, kind of show your hands that you have weapons out, and like dodge.
Yeah, I'll probably just dodge. Which one's that again? The shield with the lightning bolts?
Yeah. Actually, a bunch of them are dodging right now. All right, Nasira.
I guess I would move up as well, just a little bit. I would start with just like 5 feet and just kind of watch them for any signs of, excuse me for the fog in my throat.
Could I have
Sit
made
there.
an active perception check on my turn to see if I could see where that thief was?
It's too late at this point, but yes, you can.
All right.
That would have been your action if you want to look around.
Oh,
I'll
good.
take,
I
like-
wouldn't have done anything.
I'll take one square at a time and watching for any irritation or something with my movement coming from any of them, and I'll stop if they seem agitated, but I am going to kind of probably move up.
All right. So the last soldier is taking the dodge. They don't seem to be hostile yet. Or yet.
I was considering readying an action, but I guess I'll just dodge. Go ahead.
Sure. What do you want to ready?
I was considering. I wasn't really. I hadn't decided yet. I didn't use anything else in my turn, but I'll just dodge. That's fine. Go ahead.
All right. Into the new round, Nathaniel. What do you want to do? So as you're kind of talking, you notice your party is being a little bit aggressive by having your guy continuing to back up. But yeah, what do you want to say to them?
Backing up is aggressive.
So I would
Running away.
So I would respond and basically say, well, as you're telling my folks not to move, your own companions are taking a fairly aggressive stance. There's a tit for tat in these types of engagements. I would expect you to be more intelligent about these natures. I have been a great traveling companion searcher of Chief Wamanok for many years. How about we both stand down so that I can continue on my research with my companions and you can go about whatever your business is.
It's the only problem with talking a lot in 6-second bursts. Give me another persuasion check.
That was not a lot.
I thought that was
pull out
well
a
said.
SWAT punch. That was
All right,
not
I gotta
succinct.
get a
was
timer.
Brevity. As Nathaniel goes, that was brevity.
That's fair.
Well, and again, 6 seconds is a lot of talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's not D.
oh,
Why did I roll a D6? You wanted a persuasion check.
yeah, another
Yeah,
persuasion.
sorry, you keep telling me to be brief. I'm like, I'm trying to be brief. It's your character.
Which by minimum, I think you can roll a 23.
Yeah, the minimum, but I can also roll a lot higher, so.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
23. That's a 23.
So he would say, "You are in our area. We are here as troops guarding something. That's why we are cautious of you. We don't know who you are." And he's gonna kind of move a little closer.
I would suggest you stand down as you ask us to stand down.
So yeah, he kind of moves up this way, approaching slowly. He's gonna put his sword. I don't know if he's not gonna put it away just yet. It looks like they're calming down a little, but he keeps his sword out, kind of looking at everyone. He says, "Where is your demon going?"
I would let somebody else respond to that.
Is anyone gonna say anything?
Well, you heard a friend over there. It's scared of new people. Oh, sort of. Yeah.
It's not so much scared of new people as much as it knows it scares new people.
There you go. Sorry, I get my words mixed up a lot.
Alright, so I'm gonna say we can, at least for now, I'm gonna drop this combat because they're kind of calming down with those good rolls. So they are definitely still keeping their eyes out, but yeah, you guys can kind of freely move now as they start to. Yeah.
I would attempt to basically explain to them that I am a researcher of Chief Wamanok. My goal is, I'm assuming I know enough about the geography of this area to say some location that we're going to that's roughly maybe where we were heading, but not necessarily directly in their area, and kind of try to gauge their response to an understanding of what do they perceive as their area. And why.
Give me a deception check.
While he's doing that, can I look around to see if I see this Thief Lord guy?
Sure. Give me another passive perception check.
That's a
Would that be
23
Or
as well.
sorry, a perception check. He would say, so you're some sort of, no, you wouldn't see him. You're some sort of exploration party. He also may have moved out of your line of sight at this point. Because, yeah, you did do a pretty good roll there. But yeah, you see, he would say, so you're some sort of, explorative, like, archaeologists or historians or something?
Well, I'm a storyteller, and at this point, Nathaniel is starting to break into a little bit more of an orator, and he's intentionally trying to bore them with information to the point of, like, decepting almost to the point of banality.
You're just telling them stories until they get so bored that it's like, yeah, whatever, just
It's
fucking
like,
go.
Kind of like we do.
LJ saying that does not interrupt.
Uh,
Like he usually does.
He would say, he does, well, give me another persuasion, as you try to bore him, which is not hard, actually. You could tell he's starting to get a little annoyed. It's like, yes, well, look,
I am also using
falls
things
asleep.
like,
Big words.
Long words.
again, I have that court functionary, so if they have any kind of bureaucratic relationships or knowledge, then I would be leveraging that.
so they're gonna tell you all to put your weapons away, and they're putting away theirs. Or at least the frontline guys are.
Yeah, I would gesture to folks, keep your weapons, but go ahead and lower them and feed them. We're having a discussion.
Nasira's empty-handed from the start.
Yeah.
I
So,
will put away my weapon, but still keep my shield out.
yeah, though they still have their shields out as well.
Also, are Dosha and Mirin out of sight?
They've retreated pretty far back at this point.
Okay,
So yeah.
all right.
So did you have Seal cast a spell anyway? Because they would probably hear him casting invisibility. or do you want to kind of just keep him back there at this point? That would be for you, Eldwin.
Sorry, my audio cut out. Can you repeat that?
I said they would probably hear Seal casting a spell back there. Do you want to still have him do that, or just kind of stay back at this point?
Can they see him from where they are, or can they just hear him?
They see him
Still be
in
with the light.
your light sources.
Okay. If they can still see him, I'd say hold off on the spell for now.
Alright. So the guards are getting kind of bored. They say, alright, well, where exactly are you headed? Is it somewhere in these caves or farther out? Like, is this a long trip you're taking, or are you looking for something in the immediate area?
Well, so we've been, and this is a complete deception, but I'm based off of anything that I've been seeing in the while. I'm basically be fibbing a story around researching Chief Wamanok and artifacts that I've discovered in this area and looking for signs of it. And it's a fib, but it's also my excuse to say that I'm not sure exactly where we're going and how we've been following the ley lines, but I'm not using that as, I'm not explaining that part of it.
Alright. He says, are you all from Candle? Are you from
Some of my
Candle
yeah,
communities?
And I would say, well, I am not, but I recruited some of these team members to assist me in this research from that area.
Not originally working out of.
As well, I think we better head back to base. I should probably let the commander know that you intend to be looking around in this area for whatever you're looking around for. If they don't know about you and they catch you out here, it wouldn't be good for you. It's probably good you bumped into us first.
Who is your commander's name and from what faction or group or, I'd probably know already against Steel Shadow, but I'm pretending to be learning about them and also trying to get names and other.
So you don't see any insignias on these guys. Okay. They could be Steel Shadow, like Incognito. It's hard to say. He would say, give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Yep. Ready?
Is it still a 23 anyway with disadvantage?
Yeah, I think.
All right.
Still 23.
So he would say, I don't know if I can give the commander's name, but I can certainly introduce you, and if he wishes to give it to you, then he can. He says, my apologies. You seem very upfront, but I just don't know you well enough yet.
That's fair enough. We may swing by if you can't share the location. I'm assuming your camp is not a secret. I am always interested to meet and tell stories to well-meaning and well-connected individuals, which I'm sure your camp commander is.
He says, we are here for our own purposes. Again, it will be up to him whether he wants to tell you about that or not. But I must insist you do come with us. He'll want to know who you are and what you're doing here.
Well, we need to finish our research first, but yes, I would be happy to visit as soon as I can.
He says, you said you were looking for what you're trying to research?
Yes.
He says,
and again, I'm fibbing a story around Chief Wamanok and other stuff.
So he'll say, well, again, if you are going to be in this area, we should get you introduced to him and okay that, because or else you might bump into some of our people and there could be a misunderstanding. So I think the best thing would be for you to come with us now, and then once that's all settled, you can just go back and do whatever research you need to do.
I appreciate that, and I don't mean to be difficult, but as I'm sure you're aware that once you get a lead, you need to pursue it in a timely fashion. So again, if you don't mind sharing your location, I will be happy to check in at my earliest convenience, no more than a day or two. And then for all I know, our research will lead us out of this area, and then all is good for either of us.
He says, do you know approximately the area you're going to be in?
Well, one of my companions here is we're tracing from here to here is my assumption. But again, that can change. I'm just trying to be honest with you.
He says, all right, you can keep going, but again, I'll warn you, you might come upon others that are not as, or more jumpy than we are, and that could get you all killed. So
I understand. That's why I brought my companions. But again, I have no doubt that your camp commander has trained your companions just as well as he has trained you.
give me another persuasion check.
Let me guess. 23.
Is there some letter of passage or
Oh!
Double nuts.
yeah, like wow.
What were you saying, Nasira?
If we are permitted to pass by your camp, as you say, we may encounter others of your companions. Perhaps there is some letter of passage or emblem or pass that we might carry in order to avoid any skirmishes, so that we might leave your areas sooner than later without complications.
He says, well, anything like that, the commander would have to issue. I can't issue that for you. In fact, I mean, I shouldn't even be letting you continue on without talking to him, but it sounds like you really need to get to this spot to do your research. The woman back here says the leader there certainly does have a silver tongue.
Does that mean she's not persuaded?
I would say something basically to the effect of, well, that is a part of as a researcher, I am also a teller of stories. And again, when I visit your camp, perhaps you would enjoy some of my discussions. But again, I'm trying to wrap us up and getting us out of here is kind of the intent.
Can I tell if any of these guys aren't buying it?
Give me a insight check. Funny enough, the one who looks the least convinced is the biomancer. Although he also looks kind of bored with all this. He's at this point pulled out several test tubes and is just mixing things together, like not paying as much attention.
He's probably mixing something that when he throws it on us, we like mutate into this like, little creature or something.
Possibly. The woman would say back to you, I would very much enjoy one of your stories, I think. Perhaps you can stop by my tent later.
Ooh.
Well, as I said, I am very pressed for time, but that is always something that I enjoy, a good conversation, so to speak. But yes, we really must be going at this point.
That seems like hers was such innuendo, and yours was such like I totally missed that. I love it.
So she seems maybe a little disappointed. She'll kind of just grab her staff as some fire leaks from the sides of her hands, and she says, well, hopefully I'll see you later then. The guard.
Maybe Nathaniel is playing hard to get and she'll want you even more.
Yeah. So the guard...
I don't know. Or insight check me, maybe.
I'm already trying for Nathaniel. She's not getting him.
Yeah. So the guards just kind of say, all right, we're going to head back. We will tell them about your group, which hopefully will help us to avoid future miscommunications. But yeah, I would very much suggest you come and speak to us. And if you do end up moving further to the east through these caves, it'll get you much closer to the camp, which would be dangerous. So if that's the way you're going, I would be extremely cautious.
I appreciate your discretion and information, and do please pass along my regards of Nathaniel Bin and his companions to your base commander.
Alright, so they're going to leave unless anyone's doing anything.
I will, as soon as they seem like they're far enough away that it's semi-safe for me to like kind of say something in a loud whisper to my group, I would say, do not speak of anything confidential. There was one that disappeared.
Yeah, I'm still looking around for that.
Yeah, I didn't want us to start conversing about things.
Good point.
I'll just whisper to someone, like, do we want to give them some time to move ahead?
Well, we just continue in the direction that we're going.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, boss. I think we should continue looking for whatever you said.
Just
Did Mirren perhaps don the disguise that I gave her? The wimple and veil?
She can have those on. Yeah, sure. So
I
that
don't know if it'll help. I'm just really concerned that they're going to figure out who she is.
so
all right.
Mirren would kind of return with Dosha and your snake at this point, hearing that they are leaving. What are you all gonna do?
I will trickery say to both of them, keep your voices down, a soft whisper. There might be someone still hiding in this.
I do
Just-
have
just-
a temporary solution for that.
I was
Like-
gonna say just for the sake of safety, I'm gonna quickly cast see invisibility to see if I see anybody around still.
All right, so
Well, he may not be visible. He might just, or he might not
No,
be invisible.
just for the
Yeah.
sake of safety, though.
Oh, thank you, Eldwin. Beautiful.
So are you casting the telepathic bond or doing a ritual?
Ritual. I
Okay,
will have it
so
prepped.
that's going to be a bit. But yeah, you look around, you don't see any invisible signatures.
Just for the sake of safety.
Yeah, you don't think anyone's invisible here.
I have that for the next hour.
And Nathaniel would say at this point is, I'm pretty sure I appreciate the caution, but again, this was a normal experience for me. Is that when you talk to someone and you come to an agreement, both sides tend to agree. You guys are a very suspicious bunch, but I do think we should continue.
I will nod my head as if I am deferring to Nathaniel because I'm assuming that this is him announcing to the cave, like as an act, not because like Nasira actually would normally defer. Does that make sense? I'm assuming that we're kind of like, in case the invisible guy or the stealthy guy is still around, she's like, oh yeah, you're probably
I
right.
think he's bugging off. I
Well,
think we're pretty
There's
safe.
still a chance.
I don't know though. Like there's a
There's
chance.
a chance of what's the way they act. So
Yeah.
LJ would say, yeah, boss, you hired us to protect you. I'm witchery. I've been over life for 200 years. I'm the most suspicious person on the entire planet, both to other people and to myself.
What?
Oh, I said that often, Nathaniel.
That's fair, but I think at this point we should continue on.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
What direction do we have to head? Is it the east?
We have to let Mirren kind of go.
Yeah, so Mirren would say we do have to continue east, probably towards the
We
camp
should-
he's talking
We
about.
should have just gone with them.
Well, I would say let's continue that direction for let's give these folks maybe a chance to get, I don't know, half an hour ahead of us.
Maybe
And
we
then
should
start
just-
that direction, and then if we do end up needing to if our research continues going that direction, then we may need to go introduce ourselves to the camp. But let's see
I think
where we
we
go
have,
for at least a little
I
bit.
think we have telepathy now, so we can also just do that now.
Yeah, if you wait 10 minutes, you would have the telepathic bond at least for an hour. All right, so you continue, Mirren leading you.
Everybody but the snake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mirren is leading you through the caves.
Do we want to make note of take time to actually re-up this every hour or just as needed?
I actually think it would be really, really valuable. I mean, if we're traveling, I don't think it's the worst thing for us to pause every hour for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But because there's
Just FYI, it was about 2 hours of travel before you met them, so it's about 10:30 right now.
there's a lot of opportunity for us to be strategic by communicating with each other silently while we are saying other things aloud when we are in the presence of others, which I know we think we may not be right now, but if we encounter other people and we don't have this up, we don't have that option.
And that way we can communicate things. If we have to talk our way out of stuff, we can communicate to each other without giving ourselves away and shit.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think it's
And you
worth
can do
it.
8 creatures, so I would say you can include Seal and Dosha and Mirren.
It's everybody but the Iron Cobra.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so you are making your way through the cave.
And as we're starting to make that direction, I would ask the team to keep an eye out for any signs of the camp or approaching activity. I mean, they're probably doing it already, but
And if if at any point, or even before we think we might be being watched, but if at any point we do think we're being watched, it might be helpful to stop and examine cave walls, or like take samples, or like kind of do misleading things that make it look like we are just researchers.
All
And we
right.
might do that during the 10 minutes that trying to get the bond going
Yeah,
again.
that's a good idea. Like when Eldwin has to stop, we all like kind of put on that act or whatever.
So you travel for about another 50 minutes through the cave when you start to encounter old like minecart tracks running through this area. And lots of signs of movement. You think you're pretty close at this point. Up ahead a ways, you think you also see some lights.
So, I would suggest at this point we maybe call it a night because I have to go to bed.
Yeah, I was about to say before we go into there, why don't we end here? Let's do MVP votes.
Oh, that's an easy choice.
Excuse me. I got 4 votes. Who am I missing? Nope. All right. So with 3 votes, Nathaniel, you are MVP. So you get a story point.
Thank you, folks.
I will also give Nasira and Nathaniel inspiration for roleplay.
Thank you
Yeah.
as well. And that
You
was
guys
fun.
had a pretty good back and forth there for a bit.
Yeah, worked out well.
Yeah. All
And
right.
I will say I don't mind at times if my I enjoy. Thank you all for the opportunity to do the speaking, but I'm also okay with some of these encounters going poorly and us devolving into battle. I don't expect to get out of these all the time.
I think it's-
Honestly,
We wanted to just
I didn't
avoid that one
expect
because
you
we
to.
didn't know how the hell it's going to go.
I didn't expect you to talk us out of that. I thought we were going to end up fighting. I just thought you
I
were
know,
going to
right?
talk. I thought your talking might give us a couple rounds to like strategize and get in
Mission.
position or something. But like, yeah, I was not expecting to walk away from that.
Well, they almost attacked. If if Seal had if your thing had casted a spell, then yeah, they probably would have
Yeah.
attacked.
All right, let me clarify. I didn't mean that I wasn't expecting to walk away without combat. If we didn't have combat, I wasn't expecting for them to let us walk away unsupervised. I thought they would either like basically try to arrest us and take us to their camp or follow us or something, like supervisors or something,
Well, and I wasn't surprised that
I'm, gonna head
this
out,
was
guys.
as much a delay as it
Good night,
was an
guys.
avoidance.
Yeah. Well, and your persuasion rolls were really good. So I mean, like it's really that worked out really nicely. But of course, we're heading right into the camp where they said like, yeah, you should go the other way. So
But I have to go to bed, so
Good
great
night.
fun, folks. Have a nice evening.
thanks.
You forgot to give me his. Stats.
I think